What up? Ronnie was good, yo. Just waiting for Marquis to get here and some other people. What I think about the decision, I mean, we already talked about that last night. I just feel like, it's a shame, another black eye for black people in this country. And, it seemed like we can't get no justice ever. It's always the same thing, cop guns one of our people down, and we can't get no justice, and I'm tired of it. What up? The homie.
What's good, Triboro? How you doing, man?
Chilling, what's good?
How's everything?
Chilling, man.
That's what's up, man. Who's in the comments already talking trash? Ronnie?
Ronnie wants to know about the Breonna Taylor decision. What do you think?
Oh, I thought I was frozen. Say it again. I'm sorry.
I said Ronnie wants to know about the Breonna Taylor decision. What do you think about it?
Oh man, you want to start off with some drama? Oh my goodness, man, this is some sad news, man.
Yeah.
First of all, man, you see the comments, you see social media.
Right.
It's terrible, man. We're not getting any justice, and this was a clear cut case.
Right.
Seem like I'm freezing. Yeah. But this is a clear cut case. I don't know what they was thinking.
Mm-hmm.
I know what they're thinking. They're thinking Black lives don't matter. You know what I'm saying? And they talk about the wall. The wall got more justice. The wall got more justice than her, man. They're talking about, they could have shot through the wall and injured somebody else. I'm like, what? Seriously?
Yeah.
Seriously, dog? So yeah, I'm pissed, man. I'm pissed. Dude, I've been telling everybody, get your legal arms, listen. Me and my boy, we went around the gun stores. Yo, right. They sold out of ammo. They sold out of mostly their guns. And the guns they got, they don't got no ammo, so you can't get the gun. Why are you gonna get a gun?
Right.
I'm pissed. What you were saying? I know you don't like it either.
I don't. I just was like, I just was saying to myself, like, it's just a shame because like it's another black eye for black people in general, and I'm just tired of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, when will we ever get our justice? It's always when they get when a cop gets gunned down, they have a big funeral on TV. What about us? When we get gunned down, nobody cares.
Yep, you're right. They have like a big salute. It'd be like, and then every year they talk about it. If a cop passed away or something, you know what I mean? Died, you know what I'm saying? So come on, man.
Salute, y'all. Salute.
Oh.
Marquis, what up? Triboro, what up?
Salute, man. Salute. What's going on, brother?
Working, man. I was supposed to be here a little early. Triboro had to hit me up. Yo, it was on. I was like, oh crap, my bad. I apologize, man. After this week is done, I get some damn rest, man. Let's get to it, man. Let's kill Swizz Beats right now.
You've been up all night with entertainers with the games, man. Doing a good job, man.
Bro, and I apologize. I'm there yawning and everything. I like the games. I'm just physically tired. You know what I mean? Like, you be interested in something that's just like your body is like, yo, bro. And then when I'm about to go to sleep, then I can't go to sleep. So I just gotta wait.
I understand.
But I thank all you guys for coming out.
Man.
Yeah, no doubt.
Every one of you guys for coming out, man.
That's what we do.
Let me get the mask on because we're about to get angry right now, bro. I don't like this. Watch your mouth on Janet Jackson. I'm not even the biggest Janet Jackson fan, son, but you need to watch your mouth, bro. Why? Because your wife. Listen, when we talk about the chronology of time, when we talk about the great artists or the great entertainers, I'm sorry, Janet Jackson is coming before Alicia Keys. It's like the Mortal Kombat thing. It's like, you know what I mean? You fight Alicia Keys maybe the second level. Janet Jackson, 7th level. You know what I mean? You don't disrespect Janet Jackson. Come on, son.
She ain't got no control out. I love Alicia.
Look what I had to bring out this for Swizz Beats, man. I don't bring this out for everybody, but it's my relax sign, man. You gotta relax, man. You gotta relax, man.
Sure.
You gotta relax. This is I had to take it off the wall. Mm-hmm. This dude gotta relax.
Yeah.
He gotta relax.
Bro, what is this guy talking about? It's one thing if you're trying to beef it up and get her, and maybe if Janet Jackson didn't want to do it and you're trying to egg her on, you're joking around. But I'm sorry, bro. And I like Alicia Keys. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But every time I hear Alicia Keys, I'm always like, her voice holds her back. She is not at the upper echelon of singers. I'm not talking about look, she's great on the piano. She probably writes some of the songs here and there. She's a really good entertainer. But we talk about voice, her voice limits her. And a lot of her songs, especially some of these recent songs, they sound the same, where it's like she's just going through the times. You know what I mean? It doesn't sound like, you know, Your Secrets. You don't have that umph where you feel that R&B umph. Right. By the way, so
did you know she had an album out?
No, I didn't until I just saw.
It's been out for like 2 weeks.
I saw the advertisement wearing like jeans, and it's called like My Love Looks Better on You or something, like, or Love Looks Better on You or something. That's like the lead single or something.
The album in the hood went triple wood. Because ain't nobody listen to that joint, dog. Use it as a coaster, dog. I put my beer on it, and it's digital. Come on, son. Come on, son.
How is she? Yo. How are you? But you know what though? Alicia Keys didn't say it. But if Swizz Beats is saying it, I'm thinking Alicia didn't mind him saying that, because Alicia should have came out and, you know, playfully joke with her husband like, "Hey, that's a legend right there, blah blah." Because Alicia Keys, bro, your voice. I'm talking about. Look, I come from the school of the Patti LaBelle's. That's my favorite singer. I think Patti LaBelle is like God level singing, like in terms of female artists. I know people say Aretha, and I know people say Gladys. I think people say Anita, and obviously Whitney Houston. Whitney Houston had the range. Whitney Houston had the disgusting, absurd range, right? She could reach like 4 octaves higher than like the normal human, or some crazy crap like that. And then I think Mariah was like 2 times. So they were alien in their ability. But when I'm talking about Patti LaBelle, it feels like Jordan just playing against pickup artists. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, Somebody Loves You, Baby. It's like she's toying around with the song. When someone could toy around with the song with her voice, it's like, you know what? Give them a crown, right? And Janet Jackson was never that. Janet Jackson always created cool songs, cool. And I'm not even the biggest Janet Jackson fan, but it's like when I heard her songs, I always had respect for them. And there are a few of them I like. I'm like, I just quite like this. But to say Alicia Keys, like, bro, like, Alicia Keys also struggles. I'm not talking about voice-wise. She struggles tone-wise sometimes on songs, right? Where it's not, her voice just isn't strong. And she's trying to sound like a singer, but then because she can't reach those octaves, she tries to put a little bit of that hoarse voice in it. You know what I mean? And it's like she's struggling as to trying to find her tone, her range in a song sometimes. You know what I mean? And sometimes she overwrites songs. And I'm like, bro, your wife ain't in that arena. Janet Jackson is not in the arena of Patti LaBelle, but she definitely comes before. I mean, she comes before Alicia does. Alicia is
right.
So, sorry, my bad, Triboro. I know you just saying right. My bad.
No. It's all good. This is what I wanted, because, like I said, like,
chest, man.
Exactly. Like, I'm like, it's one, number one, you're disrespecting Janet, saying that she don't have enough hits for a battle. Then you say you want to put Janet with Missy. That's a mismatch, in my opinion. I think that's a mismatch. I love Missy, but that's the wrong battle for Missy.
You want to put Janet with who? Missy?
Yeah.
What?
Yes, that's what he said. That's how the whole conversation started.
Wow.
So you mean to tell me Missy is better than Janet? That's what you're telling me. That Missy have more hits than Janet, and she would wipe the floor with Janet? And I've seen people say that.
And Missy is an entertainer that was able to. Missy is a great entertainer, right? She wasn't the greatest rapper, she wasn't the greatest singer, obviously, but she made extremely entertaining songs. I think if you wanted to create a battle, I would have had, even though I think Busta Rhymes is one of the most underrated, I think he's becoming slowly underrated as time goes on. I know everybody says everybody becomes underrated, but I think him per se, because if you look at his timeline, he held summers down. And I'm not saying he may not have the Jay-Z or DMX summer hit, right? Outside of look with your hands, my eyes, put your hands where my eyes can see.
Right.
But every summer there was a Busta Rhymes hit.
Right.
And you always felt coming to that. So I think I would have loved to see Busta versus Missy.
But he don't want it. He said on the live stream he don't want to battle Missy because for some reason Swizz Beats thinks that Janet and Busta and Missy have the similar style, and I don't see it. I mean, they had the best videos for the 90s in my opinion, but I don't see their style being the same.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like Missy out of all people.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Out of Mary J. Blige, Mariah Carey, you pick Missy. Like I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? Like I really don't see that battle being a great battle. I think Janet would beat Missy. I don't think, and I've seen people say that Missy is better. I'm like, y'all are bugging. Y'all obviously wasn't around during the Control era and the Rhythm Nation era for people to say that Missy is better than Janet. You know what I'm saying? So and then it's like, and then he says, oh, Janet don't have enough hits for a battle. But Alicia Keys all of a sudden has all the hits ever. You know what I'm saying? Alicia Keys has more classics than Janet. I don't see that. I think Swizz Beats.
You want to take it back?
You know what I mean?
He's sniffing some glue or something. Maybe it's a new house paint or something.
He's sniffing too much of that. Yeah.
He really feeling himself.
Too much of that zoom when he be
that zoom make you want to do something else, bro, because you talking out of your ass. This is what I don't like about this new generation. But he's not even new generation. Swizz Beats, he should have an appreciation. But again, y'all the same ones that told me that he was in the studio one time trying to dance like a bee or something. He looked awkward. I forgot who said that. So he probably don't really appreciate the old school. He probably don't really, you know what I mean? It's like you would never hear Ghostface Killer say something crazy because you know Ghostface loved the oldies. He you know what I mean? Certain artists, some people just respect. I'm not saying that there's not enough of them, but for Swizz to say something that's so asinine, I mean, dogs, like, bro, Alicia.
I love Alicia Keys, great artist, but she have no Rhythm Nation album. She have no Janet album. She have no Velvet Rope album. She have no All For You album. Look, Janet's discography shits on Alicia Keys' discography. Let's make that clear. You know what I'm saying? Before anybody go crazy in the comments and say, oh, I think you're bugging. Missy is better. Janet is better than Missy and Alicia Keys. I'm saying it here right now. I challenge at anybody challenge.
That's why you said Janet's better than who and Alicia Keys?
She's better than Missy and Alicia Keys, in my opinion.
I can't take that from you. I know she's better than Alicia Keys. I gotta go. I mean, listen, artist wise, I agree. Now, if you're talking about entertaining songs, but also remember the reason why we like a lot of Missy Elliott's songs is not a discredit to her. Is a lot of the production by Timbaland, right? And obviously, Janet has had good production over years, great production over years, but Alicia Keys, I mean, my favorite song of Alicia Keys is You Don't Know My Name, and that's like I remember that song mostly for the production from Kanye. You know what I mean? I'm not, I listened to that song, and that beat to me, well, the sampling, first of all, it wasn't an original beat, it was a sample. Let Me Prove My Love to You. I forgot the artist who made it, but Oscar is a really beautiful song. But it's Let Me Prove My Love to You. Like, I was looking for the sample to that. I was like, yo, Kanye West, man, he found a nice, crazy loop. But again, I'm not listening to that song for Alicia Keys' voice. Like, I'm not looking at like, yo, man, this is her How Can I Run to You, Whitney Houston type of song. You know what I mean? Like, it's a cool song, but you gotta be humble yourselves, because, bro, Alicia Keys, you're making this music, and the thing about Alicia Keys is sad because she's making music at a time where people don't want to really listen to her type of stuff. They want to listen to WAP. They want to listen to the only thing that may be closer is whatever Beyonce says or whatever Adele may say. You know what I mean? It's unfortunate. A lot of black female artists, especially R&B, is dead for them. Unfortunately, I'm not even saying she's whack. So for her to say that, I mean, Alicia Keys, again, I heard the song Love Looks Better on You. It sounded like some other Alicia Keys songs I've heard before. It doesn't sound. Exactly. I'm like, this is not special to me. This is not Interesting. And funny enough, I think if Janet Jackson came out with another album,
she did.
I think people would be more interested in that.
Oh yeah,
definitely. Well, you got let's go backtrack, man. You gotta think about Janet. You gotta put some respect on her name. She's a dancer, a singer, a producer, an actor. She played Penny in Good Time. She got movies galore that she was dope in. You know what I'm saying? Yo, she was from Gary, Indiana. What's good from Gary, Indiana? Janet Jackson only, the Michael Jackson family. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Like she came out of this small town, and she, you know what I mean? And they created that. They created Janet and the Michael, and you know what I mean? Come on, dog. Come on. Put some respect on her name, man.
Yeah, it's disgusting, man. I just get mad. It's like, but you know what? One thing, and this conspiracy land. Swizz Beats is part of them people, I think now. You know what I mean? And the fact that if you could do anything to sully the Jackson name, I think some people would take. I know it sounds far-fetched, but I'm thinking about it.
He's done this twice. He's done it twice though. So what is it's a pattern now. So what is it? Wait, did he get rejected by Janet?
I feel like there's a way you have to, if you come in the industry, one of the ways you could kind of get ahead with them people is if you put down the Jackson name. The Jackson name has been put through the mud. They came out with that fake documentary that was so disproven about Michael Jackson touching kids and that stuff. It was done by Oprah. So we do ourselves. We will take that dollar. We'll take that advancement to get ahead to destroy our own. And it's sad because a guy like Michael Jackson, people don't even remember Michael Jackson. Not say people don't remember for songs. I take it back. Enough people do. That's why they destroyed that stupid fake documentary. But the newer generations are becoming, they know about Michael Jackson's songs more so or Michael Jackson's name because of these scandals versus his great music. And I think that Janet Jackson, anytime you come from royalty, and let's be honest, outside of Michael, the most successful Jackson outside of Michael Jackson is Janet Jackson. So she is, if you're talking about the king of pop, you can say she is the queen of pop in that royalty mode in terms of what she represented. I know people may say this and that, fair enough. But for the fact she came from royalty and she wasn't a bum. Her brothers were musically wise, whatever, compared to her. You can call them bums if you want to. I would never do it. I'm not going to do that. You can say, oh, they weren't. Think about how hard it is for a woman to come out of a male-dominated family group and be the second best.
Exactly.
And that
she was the youngest. She was the youngest dude. So
she's on Michael level.
She was already under the gun.
She's on Michael level. She's right there. Michael and her on the same level. As far as I'm concerned.
Yeah. And you can say that. Well, Michael just had the backing to push him because he was the cute kid from the Jackson 5s, and he was the one that can market the most. If Janet Jackson, I wonder if Michael Jackson didn't exist. And Janet Jackson was pushed. You know what I mean? We would probably be talking about her in the same vein as Beyonce in terms of that fandom, that psychotic fandom. I don't think she's had big fandom. No, I take it back. She had big fandom because dudes just I want to get on stage with Janet Jackson and have her lap dance or stuff. But that's more of just like, damn, she's so bad. But Beyonce has that psychotic, like, cult following. And I think that Janet, because again, back in the day, girls were not marketed like that to be the strong figure. They're supposed to be like feminine, whatever. And when she came with Rhythm Nation or stuff, it's like, oh, what the hell is this? You know what I mean? So yeah, go ahead, my bad.
I'm saying that the fandom was there before social media. It was there, but people coming up that don't know Janet like that, they're gonna gravitate more to Beyonce. But the fandom, like the same fandom Beyonce had, Janet had a long time ago. I've seen it. People, you go to a Jackson concert, whether it was the Jackson 5, Michael Jackson, Janet, people in the front row crying their eyes out. They passing out. Just from Michael standing on the stage, just from Janet doing the same thing. I don't think it's like that with Beyonce. Anybody passing out at her concerts?
They probably have it. They probably have it choreographed for people to like. Like this, I don't care what no one says. People might say I'm a hater or whatever, but a lot of the fame and stuff. I mean, you could now fix around Twitter and all this other crap, and you could put all this fuzziness. You know what I mean, with a lot of stuff, bro. And I'm looking at it. I'm just like, nah. Like a lot of these Twitter, you have these many followers, a lot of these fake bots and all this other stuff, and it's just, what I mean. You could there are a lot of machinations you can pull nowadays. I just think it's a little corny. where how this guy is, and then you look at their album sales, and it's always Jay-Z had to do all that stuff with the what was it, the new Samsung phone or whatever to get the number of sales up to get it to 1 million, so you look platinum and all this stuff. Because if it showed the real sales, it would have shown that he ain't even probably gonna go gold.
Exactly. But Magna, it was one of his worst albums to me.
I hate it. I really haven't liked much. I mean, I like 444 it was cool as whatever, but the last album I really liked was Black Album. That was like the last Jay-Z album. I was like, it seemed like he put effort into this.
The Black Album, I love that album. Classic.
You like 444? I like it 444.
I like 444. I just felt like, to me, honestly, I felt like 444. Again, I've said this all the time. I heard this with Nas. Jay-Z is obsessed with Nas. I don't care what no says. I heard that with Nas with Life is Good. And then he wants to come out, be woke, and he talk about, my mom is gay too. And it's like, all right, you just doing this to like get the woke crowd and get these, these white trust fund hipsters to like rock with you. Oh man, Jay-Z's mom is gay, intersectionality. It's like, man, get the F out of this crap, dude. Like, you trying to be grown now. And I heard this from Nas. I heard this from Nas in 2012 with Life is Good. He got no acclaim for it. In terms of it should have gotten bigger acclaim for it, because I thought that was a good album. And
Reg, what up?
You copy now? So whatever.
Salute to Reg.
What up, Reg?
I know he's at work and shit. I would have loved for Reg to jump in on this because he had a lot to say about it.
Yo, what up, Reg?
I didn't like Magna Carta. That was too bad.
What about Jay-Z's last album, Jay Electronica? Because that was Jay-Z's album.
I did not like it. Hell no.
I run it back. I think at first I was just so excited to hear Jay Electronica album, and that was definitely a Jay-Z vehicle. And then you go back and listen to it, and I'm like, I made Jay Electronica. I still have friends who hit me up. Yo, bro, it's been 10 years, bro. Because I was on campus. 2008 was my junior or senior. I can't remember which one. There's my junior year, or part of my junior year, and I was putting out What the F is a Jay Electronica mixtape. And not like just putting people on it. I was hyping this dude like, yo, this is the next. And he's not even a dude from New York. He's from New Orleans, whatever. I was like, yo, this dude, son, this is that dude right here. I was putting up, and every year people was like, yo, where's that album coming out? Yo, where's the album coming out? I'm like, come on. And it got to 10 years. And you finally put it out. People like, oh, congrats. I was like, all right, leave me alone. And then I didn't want to say anything. I was like, yo, this is. When I heard it back, and I was like, nah, this is a little underwhelming. Knowing that what Jay Electronica could do, so Jay-Z's trying to ride on the woke again. Jay-Z, this is the most truest thing Jay-Z ever said. I'm a businessman. I'm not a businessman. He is an entity unto himself. So whatever he can do I'm telling you, if tomorrow comes, right, that where we are no longer talking about Breonna Taylor or this person dying or whatever, and all the so-called BLM, the woke, all that stuff disappears, and it's all about getting money and getting fly and getting rich and all that stuff we did in the 90s and 2000s, Jay-Z will be right back on that train. So he's going to ride with whatever artist puts him on that path. So to me, when I heard the Jay Electronica album, it sounded like a forced album. It sounded like Jay Electronica was like, yo, you've been on this label for how long? You have not put in an album. We need something from you or we're going to throw you out because you're sleeping with people from the Rothschilds family, that daughter or whatever. You're doing all this. You're getting us in big trouble. So we need you to put out an album now. And Jay-Z's like, hey, I'll do it. I'll go be woke with you in this, Jay-Z's not a woke artist, or so-called. He's not a conscious artist. So it came out. It's like it felt cheap. It felt like cheap, like polyester. It felt like cheap material. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. I was disappointed. Man. My bad, Triboro. I just
no. I want this. I want this.
I just feel bad. I'm just blabbering on. Jay-Z just gets me irked, man. Like people think I'm a hater. And it's like I'm not a hater. I used to be
and getting back. Listen, I love Jay-Z, but I've spoken to people that love everything he came out. I'm like, everything he came out is not great. He has some shitty albums. The same way Nas got some shitty albums. Let's be honest about that.
They do.
You know what I'm saying? Right. And getting back to what Marquis said about the album with Jay Electronica, yo, when that album came out, remember the audacity of people to sit there and say like, yo, like that album they were comparing that to Cuban Link with the whole ghost face. Like, I'm like, yo, bro.
Why was doing that?
Yes. Listen, I've seen comments on Instagram. Yo, I've seen comments when the week that album came out.
I did not hear that.
When that album came out that week, people were comparing that to Cuban Link because of the Ray and Ghost, chemistry. I'm like, Jay-Z and Jay Electronica don't have that type of chemistry. You know what I'm saying? Ray and Ghost are like really friends.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, nah, Cuban Link is shits on that album any day of the week.
I never heard that, man. That is this goes back to Janet. these kids will sit here, and a lot of them are I'm not trying to be racial. There's a lot of these annoying trust fund hipsters who write for like for mass appeal and don't know what they're talking about. I told you about the chick I met at a bar, and she wrote for mass appeal. She didn't know what the hell she didn't know ish about rap. And these are the people who they'll sit there and say, and they'll make these comparisons. And these younger kids who aren't listening to the old guys like that, they'll sit and be like, yeah. That's why a guy like Lil Yachty could get on a bus and say he's better than Tupac and Biggie. His album comes out for his generation and it goes double fuck. And it don't sell shit amongst his own people. I'm not talking about us. It doesn't sell amongst his own people. Then he comes about, oh, yo, I'm just joking about this. They don't take the music seriously. They don't take the artistry seriously because their compatriots, their mates are just making music to get money. They're not making music because they love it. And the people who probably really love it, they're either maybe doing production, writing, or they become disillusioned with it. Let's be honest. A guy like EPMD, looking how he looks, and I'm not even itching on him. I'm just saying, look how he looks. You think he can sell now? No. And he's probably one of the most underrated producers in the game because people don't even. Oh, sorry, Eric Sermon. People don't even look at Eric Sermon like that. They look at that Curtis Mayfield. All these people, I love Curtis Mayfield. Looking at how Curtis Mayfield looks, he would not be able to sell today. Despite the fact that he has one of the richest voices in all of music, one of the best writers in all of music, one of the best musicians in all of music. So that's his generation. They just look at, they look a certain way. They'll get the dude who's nice to write for this dude. And now you have a Drake. Or now you have, I know people can be saying Drake, but now you have somebody who's getting ghostwritten and he's getting all this stuff built up from by the labels. And then when he gets pissed and he starts trying to talk woke, or maybe the trends move away from him, he has 2 more albums to do, then they shelve him. Then he's, you're F the industry. Then when you hear him, when he's not with all those top producers, you hear his real music, and it's like, what the hell is this crap? Exactly. So this is this generation. I don't mean that it's on the younger people. I always give them credit. I think your producers, because you can't sample as easily anymore because you have to pay for everything. I think some of the producers, even though many of you guys follow trends, you follow trap, UK grind, or not grime, UK drill and all that stuff, you guys fall into those holes. But for the ones who are actually good, I think some of you guys, because you can't sample as much, you guys are going back to understanding music theory, which is a good thing. I give you credit for that. But you young kids, when you guys actually sit down and stop trying to be so cocky and make it generation versus generation, like, oh, my generation, it's all right, listen to this music and sit and tell me it's not good. You see them on YouTube. They have these channels where these younger crowds, and they sit there with their dad and they're listening to Cool G rap, and it's like, yo, that was mad nice. And the father's just like, yeah, son, I told you. Like, I told you this is nice. Like, he's like, yo, this is mad deep. I saw a kid basically like, he's like, Cool G rap's my favorite rapper. And this dude is 20, something like that. He's like, and he's not playing Road to Riches. It was On the Run. I think it was the original one or the radio. I can't remember which one it was, but the album one. But he's playing, he's like, yo, son, he was just wild out to the most simplest things Cool G Rap said. I'm like, yo, bro, if this guy listens to Fast Life with Cool G Rap and Nas, he's gonna freaking self-destruct. So these younger kids, they're purposely not being told or allowed to listen to it because I think it sounds conspiracy when I'm saying this, but I think that when you allow younger kids to go back and see what the previous generations did, they can take what the previous generations did and then improve upon it, right? And they also the mastery in with which you do something, it also might apply to other parts of your life. Okay, I may never be a rapper, but I like the way that this rapper puts stuff together. Okay, now he's teaching me about 5% of this. He's teaching me about Christianity. He's teaching me about this, blah blah. All right, so damn, I gotta research stuff. I gotta really research stuff. Okay, now I'm in high school. Oh, I like chemistry, and I want to be a chemist. I want to be a physicist, but I gotta really research this stuff to actually blah blah. And I just have that in my, I don't know how to draw it together. But I feel because rap music is so powerful, and I'm not saying everything has to be positive. I don't want to hear positive music 100% of the time. I'll blow my brains out, listen to positive all the time. I need a mix, right? But I was also of the mind I can take art for what it is. So I'm not going to go out and shoot people just got here, Ghost and Raekwon talking about 260. But I think that when you have a mastery in music, it gets people who it's geared towards, black people from the hood, to do better for themselves. And I think that they want to keep that type of music. Because again, every time that type of music comes out, it starts to become more conscious. Every flow of music that you saw before was controlled by the industry always slowly became conscious. Whether it was in the 80s, slowly became conscious. 90s, when Public Enemy became conscious. Gangster rap, then they started having Ice Cube, Gorillas in the Mist, they became conscious. It's like they have to try to like reset the cycle. But now they have it controlled where basically if you want to be the Drakes or whatever, they only allow 1 or 2 of those guys, and you have to say a certain type of music. So My bad for going on. My bad. I'm gonna let y'all rock, man. My bad, man.
No, I definitely understand, and I agree. Everything I've been saying, I definitely agree with you. Like the generation is warped. They're confused right now, and they feel like everybody that's out is better than the old school. And I tell people like, yo, like, and I blame this on the parents too. A lot of the parents that came up in our era, they forgot about the good music and they listen to whatever their kids listen to. So it's like a domino effect, and it keeps going and going.
Ooh, that is an excellent. The fact, like, yo, bro, I have a bunch of friends and cousins. Like, we're all in one chat, and it's embarrassing to hear that. And they're all of us in our 30s, right? So, but it's embarrassing to hear them. They'll sit there and say, "Yo, Nas is my favorite artist," blah blah. But they'll never, when Nas comes out with something new, I never hear them talking about. But they'll talk about this little something or this young something, and they come and this young or little something is coming out with straight garbaggio to the fullest, and they're like, "Yo, this is good." And it's like, y'all just doing this to what? To keep up with these young kids, like, bro, like who, like what, why? Like, I mean, I'm not saying you shouldn't like it, but it's like, did y'all ever really have a liking to music? To like, you know what I mean? Like, what is? I don't know. I just find it rather disgusting, man. It's just, these guys are weirdos, man. People are just weirdos. They just go whatever's happening. So if you have a new rapper who's just coming out and he's just farting on songs and it's popular because people in the industry just made it popular, then that's what people are gonna be saying is hot. Now people are gonna sit there and make excuses for why little this and little that is hot. And then when that little this and little that doesn't want to work, go to those parties and sit on certain people's laps anymore. You know what I'm saying? And he can't have the top producers working because the labels take that away from him. And they're still making music. Are you gonna call them whack now because they don't have that producer to make their beat that beat hot, whatever? You know what I mean? It's just a lot of people are just corny. a lot of people are just weirdos. Like when it comes to music, they're like, nah. They'll sit there and argue. It's like, put it like this: if you just sat there and say, "Yo, look, I don't really care about how deep the music. I just like something that just makes my head rock, whatever." Fair enough. We'll never argue with you, but don't say and tell me Alicia Keys. I'm not even talking about these little sums. You talking about Alicia Keys better than Janet Jackson, bro?
No, never.
Wow. You're in your 40. You're at least 40 something. Bro, come on.
Never. And I tagged him in it, so I'll make sure he saw the post. You know what I'm saying? I want him to see it. Like, bro, you bugging. Your wife was good, but she ain't Janet. I want to ask y'all, like, when was the first time y'all like listened to Janet Jackson? Like, when did she come into your lives?
The first time.
It probably had to be like, you want to go first?
No, go ahead.
It probably was, I think I followed her through her whole career. I did follow the first album, and the second album, but I didn't think it was elaborate until she met Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis with the exceptional beats, exceptional production, and since Control, she had me wrapped around her finger. You know what I mean? I had a crush on her, on Good Times with the Penny. You know what I'm saying? Listen. She's a MILF for me because she's older than me. You know what I mean? She's like 5-6 years older than me. So I was always intrigued by first her acting, of course, and then her cuteness. And then when she started to sing and rap, I was like, she got talent. And then she was dancing, and then she's acting. I'm like, every year I just got more and more attracted to her. And then she was the first Jackson to rebel. She was the first Jackson to get married, to run away from her family, to do a lot of things that everybody else was scared of. You know what I'm saying? They were scared of that Joe Jackson. You know what I'm saying? They were scared of that belt. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever he was using. You know what I'm saying? Fair, whatever he was using. But I loved Janet from the beginning, man. I was always a fan.
I think Janet Jackson, I'm trying to remember. I remember Rhythm Nation. Because I used to go to this after school, and it was ran by these black teachers that always play black R&B and music. Positive stuff. They'll play, Soda Soul, they'll play Whitney Houston. And I want to say either Rhythm Nation may have been the first time, or Rhythm Nation, or That's the Way Love Goes. I can't remember, but it was one of those two. It may have been That's the Way Love Goes, because I was always like, I always would confuse her. I don't know. It's just like back in the 90s, always had like these cool, what is it, like the Quiet Stormish, cool, jazzy type of like smooth, like songs. And it's like, I just remember Janet Jackson's like, yo, who the hell is this woman? And then I was like, oh, that's Janet Jackson's sister. I was like, oh, he has a sister. I was what, like 5, I don't know how, like 5, 6, whatever. So I'm just like, yeah, he had a sister? He had a sister back then? I was like, oh crap. And then when I truly saw her, because I either had the VHS for this or no, I didn't have the VHS. I'm lying. My bad. I had the VHS for I had the VHS for one of Michael Jackson's albums where it just showed the production and stuff. But I was like, she really showed to me when was it the Scream with her and Michael Jackson?
Yes,
that was the single. Yeah, that was dope.
I love that.
When I saw that video, I was like,
the video that was like a Busta Rhymes video, Missy video.
Yeah, like what's this guy? William, who's it? X. Was that Mike? Not Little X. Who's the one who did
Hype Williams?
Hype Williams, thank you.
Yeah, Hype Williams, yeah.
That was Hype Williams' video, right?
I believe it was. I think it was.
Look it up real quick.
What
you start liking Janet Triboro? Was you on from the beginning? Because she had Janet Jackson 1982.
Nah, I came in on the Control. I came in on the Control album. Like when I saw Control, and you know, I looked at the video, and I was still little. I was like maybe 5, 6 years old, and I liked it. And then they said that she was Michael Jackson's brother. I'm like Michael Jackson's sister. I'm like, Thriller, because I came in on the Thriller part. Before then I didn't know nothing about Michael, and I have to go back and listen to Jackson 5 stuff. But I came in on the Thriller era, and then when I saw the video for Control and What Have You Done For Me Lately, and I just fell in love with the music. And then I remember buying the album. I still got it. Still got the vinyl. You know what I'm saying? And, you know what I mean? And that's like one of my favorite albums ever. And I just became a fan of hers. And then like, you know, watching her on Good Time as Penny and seeing her in like I went to see the Nutty Professor when she was in that. And you know, Poetic Justice went to see that, and you know, it man, she's a legend, man. Like, you know, every album.
Can't bypass Different Strokes. When she was on Different Strokes, right. I was jealous that she was Willis's girlfriend.
That's right. I forgot about that. She was played the girlfriend for Willis. You know what I mean? And just seeing her, you know, Why Did I Get Married? I saw that movie. Yep. You know, the Tyler Perry joint, and every album she got better. You know, Rhythm Nation and the Janet album, the Velvet Rope, every album she kept, you know, excelling and changing the game. And I'm like, I don't see that with Alicia Keys. Alicia Keys is a good artist, but I don't see her, you know, changing the game like that, especially with R&B sounds now. I think she do. I think Songs in A Minor, I think that's a classic. I think Songs in A Minor is a classic album. Yeah, I think that's a great album.
A Minor, whatever, something like that. I don't know, man.
Which one was the one that had Your Secrets? Which one was that? Was that the first album?
Your Secrets? I don't even remember that song.
Your Secrets.
I don't remember the song, no.
Oh, yeah, I remember that song. She's good with like the slow songs, Legion. She's good with those slow songs, Alicia Keys. Like, should we do those melodies?
Hold on. We got Jazz here. That was the first lady. Okay. Salute to Jazz, bro. I wanted Jazz to come on here, especially for this topic. You know what I'm saying? Because I think we needed a woman's perspective on this whole situation with Swizz Beats and Janet Jackson. So salute to Jazz. I've always liked the content.
My nemesis was good, yo.
What's going on? What's going on? How y'all doing? I'm coming in late, so
it's all good. It's all good. What you think about this whole Swizz Beats and Janet? Janet don't have enough hits for a versus battle, and you know like Missy would beat her. I've seen people saying that Missy would beat Janet in a battle, and I don't see it.
Personally, the only thing I saw with Swizz Beats was saying that she did not. That wasn't a good matchup, and it's not. It's not a good matchup. It should never even been an experience together.
You know, every time you shop on Amazon, you're helping someone.
To be able to have any collaboration at all. That wasn't a good matchup at all. Come on, Misty and Janet. It doesn't even matter that they came up in the same era. But I do also believe that there's nobody that can really go up against Janet. But then also, you also want to think, like, are we only taking up for her because of the legendariness of history? Because of who she is and the fact that she's Michael Jackson's sister? Is that really the reason why? Because really, how many hits do Janet have?
Janet have a lot of hits. Like,
Grandma,
she's a legend.
Why you looking at me like that, Grandma? Why are you looking at me?
I was saying Janet has
hits. Like, she's a legend.
My favorite artist like that, but Janet
she's definitely my favorite artist as well. I definitely love her. Trust me. Let me be clear. I'm a big Janet fan. She cold.
She's not one of my favorite artists. Like, she's not up there in terms of singers for me, but I think she has hits.
Yes, she can't sing. Come on, this South Troy what is it? Permanent, what do you call it? Falsetto voice that she has. Like, you know what I mean? It's cute. But if you want to put her up against anybody, then people are like, oh, Janet and Beyonce. And it's like, well, Beyonce's a performer, and then Janet can also put on a show, but I will put B up there because she going to give a full out show as well.
Janet might be a better performer than Beyonce, though.
What about
Janet
Mary J?
Mary definitely got more hits than Janet. Mary still makes music to this day. Like,
that's a hot take.
Yeah, I know. You think Mary a crusher?
All of the people.
She still makes music, but to me, I don't think she makes classic music anymore.
Who?
Mary. To me.
What?
I mean, okay. I want to ask. What's her last classic album?
Not
what's
now.
Her last classic album?
Her last classic album when she was singing for Hillary Clinton, and then the chicken song when she was freaking.
2017 and 2016, Mary dropped some hits.
Oh,
no, I mean like classic album though. What's her last classic album?
There's no classic. Who makes classic album now when people focused on streams and downloads? Nobody. Who goes in Walmart today or the record store and buys?
I still buy albums.
You still buy CDs? You still buy CDs?
Yes. If you look at my page,
$14.99 iTunes. You can get whatever you want to listen to right on this here device.
I like the physical copy. I like to actually feel the CD.
No,
Yo, guys, I will be right back. I have to do the video real quick about the Clutch Points articles, but I will be right back to talk that. So salute to each and every one. I'll be right back. Peace.
Salute.
I definitely buy vinyls. I just thought that's fresh to me, only because it's a classic way to listen to music. Okay, so we can get with that. But as far as still going in Walmart and Best Buy to buy CDs, like who does that?
Hey, I still like physical media, like DVDs, Blu-rays, CDs. I love that. I still buy books.
We got Hulu, we got Netflix, we got HBO Max, we got all that. I have some. I don't want to say that on. We got some jailbreaking going on. Like what? We don't need.
I do that. I got all that. Trust me. Fire stick. I do all that.
You want to buy a one of a kind movie.
I tried to get one for Guillermo. He don't want it though. I try to break one for him. He don't want it.
Like Boys in the Hood or something. Like if you want to buy something classical, then yeah, you go ahead and spend that money for that. But nah. But again, one thing I can say is I totally agree with Swizz Beats, and I didn't want to tell you that, but I totally agree.
Oh wow. Okay.
You do?
So you feel like Janet don't have enough hits for a versus battle?
Janet does not have enough hits for a battle.
Wow. Reg, you hear this, bro? Reg, you hear this?
Not popular.
Where you at, Reg?
Not
you
popular.
The name of the albums? That's classic. That's albums, not like songs. Albums.
Please.
I can start naming them.
I'm listening. I will count.
Control.
For this album alone. She could perform the whole album and still be Alicia Keys.
Right. My point is, are they hits?
Yes. What you mean? The Pleasure Principle. What have you done for me lately?
Jazz, no disrespect.
Let's wait a while.
I don't do this often. But how old are you? Are you 20?
She got a greatest hits. Alicia Keys ain't got no greatest hits album.
Alicia Keys definitely doesn't have any hits.
She have a greatest hits album. She probably got another one. You know what I'm saying? And all of these on the greatest hits are hits. Like she could definitely wipe the floor with Alicia.
Okay.
To me.
No argument there, but I don't believe that there's 20.
20? Janet got wow.
Yo, she bugging.
Y'all have to realize when he tried to listen. You guys are talking about who he had her teaming up against. Those are two different people. Those are two different genres of music that you're listening to. Period. I got to get in this chat and see what people were saying. I really do, because I know somebody probably saying something smart.
I think you lost your mind, Jazz.
Yeah, I think so too, man.
I mean, first, again, I don't think. I don't think that.
Listen, right, so, you're talking about who he had her teaming.
I'm trying to see what's in this chat.
Oh, I'm gonna say
what about Mariah Carey against Janet?
Vocally, see, that's another thing. That's another thing. y'all can say hits. That definitely can be something. Because he said that she could not celebrate her hits with Missy, and that's true. They got 2 songs together. You know what I'm saying? But there's no way that they can actually celebrate. Come on, you talking about somebody that's sitting in the studio with Timbaland and her mind just goes ballistic. Everything, you know what I'm saying? But when you say Mariah Carey and Janet, I think of vocals, and then I think of this. I'm a vocal person, and Mariah got her on. Come on, she could sing, like, but hit wise,
you talking about like hit for hit though, hit for hit.
Janet will have Mariah.
I agree, but I think that would be a better battle than Missy. I think Missy is a mismatch for Janet.
Yeah, definitely a mismatch. But y'all threw me up. Y'all threw me up. I said that.
No, but I'm saying like a mismatch being that I feel like Missy is better against Busta Rhymes. Busta Rhymes is ducking her because he don't want to battle her. That's what he said. He don't want to battle Missy because he feel like their styles are similar.
He don't want to battle.
Yeah, he said that.
Try. I was holding this one too. Busta Rhymes is a better lyricist, and of course I can see why you're saying he's up tempo just like Missy. So they could probably go, have that energy in that room going bananas. Right. But Busta will kill Missy, dog. He got better hits and he got better flow.
I think Missy would give him a battle.
No,
I think Missy would give him a battle.
Definitely kill.
Busta Rhymes. You think Busta would kill Missy? Dude.
Wow.
That's group hits. He can play group hits. He can play single hits. Just a solo career.
They had like one big hit as leaders in the new school. What do you mean group hit?
I'm just joking around. I'm saying his solo hits is insane.
They have a bunch of hits. They had Case of the PTA. Sob Story, that's it. They didn't have a bunch of hits as a group. They broke up after the second album.
It don't matter. Busta Rhymes is a standout no matter what.
I think that would be a better match for Missy than Janet.
Busta would kill Missy, dog.
He's
not a boy that he's being polite. He's being polite. He's not a boy that he's being polite. Yes, he's being polite. Yeah. Busta's being polite.
He would definitely execute Missy.
He's a gentleman. He's a gentleman.
Yes.
Trying to do my reggae voice for Busta, nigga.
He definitely would.
Telling you, man. But yo, you got Janet stats? I know you got Janet stats, Try.
Yeah. She got
moving too slow.
11 American Music Award that she won, 11 Billboard Awards, 16 Billboard Year-End #1 Awards, 5 Grammy Awards. She have 9 Guinness World Records, 5 MTV Awards, 2 MTV European Awards, 13 Soul Train Music Awards, and that's not even counting all the nominations she ever got nominated for. You got a lot.
Sound like hits to me.
Got a lot.
Okay, where's Missy?
Missy, I gotta check Missy's stats.
You didn't pull Missy's down.
Do you know Missy stats by heart, Jazz? You're a huge fan of Missy?
I love Missy. I definitely do. She creative as hell. Like, she's really dope.
I love Missy.
I'm not taking that from her. She's dope.
Okay. I thought we were downplaying Missy. Like, why would y'all?
No.
Not at all. We're not downplaying Missy. I think she's just a different artist. She's like in her own category. You know what I mean? Like she's an all around artist. Like she's like in her own field. You know what I mean?
Different. Yeah. You don't get that creative. You don't get creative like that anymore. Like at all. Let me see. As far as Billboard ain't even showing.
Missy got 2 American Music Awards, 11 BET Awards, 4 Grammys, 8 Mobo Awards, 15 MTV Video Music Awards, 4 Soul Train Awards, and 3 Teen Choice Awards.
Dang, what are Grammys at?
She got 4 Grammys.
Okay, that's good. We can work with that.
No, I love Missy. I think Missy picked up the torch after Lauren went away and had kids and all that. I definitely feel like Missy is a Hall of Famer. I just feel like the matchup against Missy and Janet is a mismatch because Missy is not a certified singer like Janet was. Like Missy, she combined singing and rapping.
She can hit a couple tunes though.
Yes, definitely. But I mean, I don't look at Missy as like a full-fledged singer like Janet though. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. No, I totally agree, but I definitely feel like that was the wrong mix-up. I also feel like that should never even been thought of. And I don't feel like Swizz should have been slandered for it. And I'm a fan of Swizz, but that's not.
But he did it twice though. He did it twice. It's a pattern now. It's one time. One time's an accident. But if you throw shade at Janet twice, then something's going on. And she threw shade at him on Instagram. She don't do that.
Yeah, she's quiet.
Okay, yeah, I heard about that too. I heard about Jay. But here's the kicker. How y'all know if maybe Swizz Beats probably shot his shot back in the day, and she gave Jermaine Dupri the shot, but didn't give it to him, and maybe he just may be reacting from.
he married with kids. I don't.
He may be reacting from
in your feelings over another woman. You married with kids with Alicia.
I don't mean nothing. You see how she came into play. We ain't gonna talk about that though. I ain't gonna say no drama.
I knew you was.
Yo, Janet's so private. We haven't seen her kid yet. She got a 3-year-old son.
Right.
Really?
It's private,
oh,
man.
Yeah.
A billionaire. It's billionaire.
Right.
Yeah, but here's another thing. They live so low profile. You gotta realize the family that they came from. Like that's what they known to do. Like, of course, we ain't never seen their kids. I wouldn't want nobody. I wouldn't want nobody to see my kids. That's the society thing where people feel like, oh, we just gotta see your kids. Like we gonna be able to touch your kids or something. Yeah, no. But I don't. Dang.
Salute, Reg. What up? This is Reg. We do a podcast together.
What's up?
That's what's up. What's going on? How you doing? Yeah, I honestly feel like that's down the drain. That shouldn't have even been a talk, to be honest. Not from you. I mean, like that shouldn't have been nothing that blew up out of proportion. That was just. I really
need a freelancer? Go to Fiverr.com and find one in seconds. Or go on Fiverr. Waste your time searching for freelancers.
Somebody's phone.
Attending that anger management. Out of my way, Janice.
What stuff is that?
Whose phone is that? Somebody's TV or something.
I don't know. I thought I was y'all.
Nah, not me. He's quiet about.
I closed my stuff down. I closed it down. I honestly feel like it should never been nothing that been blown out of proportion. Another thing is that I feel like, are we just defending? I don't want to be shady, but are we just defending because she's one of the Jacksons?
No.
Like,
no,
is that
that's not what it is.
Like,
nope.
I know y'all say she got the hits, but it's just like, are we just really defending this because?
I love Alicia Keys is a great singer. She have hits, but I just feel like Swizz is acting like Alicia Keys is like the best of all time. Like she got all these classic albums over Janet. I'm like, what y'all talking about? Like y'all forgot the hits that Janet got. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I was clowning Janet Jackson when Bobby Brown wrote the book. When he kicked her out at the hotel. Like, if you got a clown moment, I'm gonna laugh at it. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna laugh at Janet. But guess what? Janet's dope, though. Like, you can't, her hits are dope. She got to the hotel naked. But that was funny.
You can't take that from her. She go, that's true. But as far as battle wise, who y'all gonna put up against? Let's settle that right now, and then I'm gonna be out. Who would y'all put her against?
Against Janet?
Yeah.
I say Mariah.
Mariah,
okay.
yeah.
Mariah.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, well, if that's the case, I know this is way off topic, but I'm gonna just throw this out there. Mm-hmm. If Charlie Wilson and Ronald Isley did a battle, that would be equal, right? Then
that sound dope.
No.
No?
Yeah.
That sound dope.
I mean,
who is this? Who is he? Wait.
No, that sound dope. They both got.
Charlie would mop the floor with Ron, though.
He definitely. Whoa. Maybe Charlie because. Watch this, Ma.
You about to call the expert in, dog.
Ma, would you go with Ronald Isley or Charlie Wilson?
Charlie
Wilson or Ronald Isley?
Yo, Ron, you can't talk. Yo, Ron Isley, dog, the pimp, the goddamn player. Are you serious?
Isley, man.
Remember R. Kelly days with Ron Isley?
We going with Ronald Isley,
man. Come on, man.
The classic OG has spoken. Okay, Ronald Isley it is. And then if you want to be technical, you can pull the Gap Band, and then you could also.
Yep.
They right. My mama, see, you can pour the Gap Band, and then you can also go ahead and pour the Isley Brothers and have them do a battle too. That will be a watch.
Right.
You're gonna do the thing. Okay. That's what, if this is gonna be right for Apple Music, they gotta. Right now they just throwing people up there. When we were first watching this, we was excited to watch this. Now when we watch it, it's just like, oh, okay, you know what I'm saying? Like Brandy and Monica, that was a watch. Right. You know what I'm saying? Simply because they are legends and they have beef, so that mix. But now, since they got to deal with Apple Music, it's just like, okay, let's just throw this person in and throw that person. So then Swizz got slandered because he gave his opinion. He's right. We shouldn't just be matching people up because that's what it turned into. We're just matching people up just to get a show so we can get the views and then Mo can get that cash check. That's it. At the end of the day, it's all about the check. They just did Patti LaBelle and Gladys Knight. Phenomenal. Amazing. Yeah. But it'd be too much talking. It just needs to be a lot more structure. Because, you know, after a while, when black folk get comfortable with doing something, then they get lazy, then they get sloppy, and then we start doing just anything. Especially once the money come into play.
Oh, they was preaching, boy. I didn't think they was ever going to get to the battle. It was like 20 minutes before it was 20 minutes before they played the song. Their first song, dog. I'm like, yo, what the hell is going on in this show?
You talking about Patti LaBelle and Gladys Knight?
I love it.
Yeah.
Patti LaBelle and Gladys Knight?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was classic. That was classic. That was a good moment. I had my grandmother call me like, what channel is Patti and Gladys? Girl, it's on the app. If you ain't got it, you're not going to watch it. I'm sorry. You know, so it just needs to be a lot more strategy and structure that they need to do in order to execute it and give us a real show. Because think about it. This all started when quarantine started. So once quarantine let up, y'all already know they take this to the stage somewhere and they finna knock out whatever shows is on whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like they gonna take it to the next level. But who else they gonna get that? Ain't nobody else. Okay, I'm sorry, Eddie. I ain't gonna say nothing. I'm done.
You good? Who would y'all put Smokey Robinson in bad with?
Smokey?
Yeah, Smokey.
Ooh.
He got that voice, man. Oh man, man.
Smokey Code.
Stevie Wonder.
And he's a writer. He wrote for a lot of people. So you can use
No, you gotta think about Motown. That's Motown. So you gotta stay in Motown.
Stevie Wonder?
Stevie is Motown.
Maybe.
But I don't think.
No? Nah, I don't know. I'm trying to think. Stevie's an icon
I
too.
don't think. Who?
I said Stevie's an icon too, but he just don't got that voice though. That voice from Smokey's ill.
Yeah, no, yeah, you ain't. That's hard.
And the writing skills too.
Smokey Robinson. Dang, that's hard. I've never thought about that. Smokey Robinson. Y'all gotta realize he wrote a lot of love songs too.
Yeah.
And he was a part of groups back then too. I don't know. I gotta think about that. That's good. All right.
Maybe like a female artist or something. Maybe like a female. I'm thinking you probably thinking about men. What about somebody that's female that wrote a lot, sung good, or
you
whatever?
already know they're gonna try to keep it at the same set. You know, they already gonna keep it at the same gender. Like they're not gonna put a female up against with a male. They would never.
They did that with Alicia Keys and John Legend.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I wasn't think by that, so I kind of turned that off after a while.
His favorite singer.
Yeah. 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 I never thought about Smokey. I wish I had my notebook. I wrote down all of it. It's in my podcast. On my podcast, I said all of like Jodeci. I said Jodeci. Who else? Oh, I know they gonna do something with Tank, Genuine.
No.
Tank and Genuine.
Huh?
Oh Lord.
Tank and Genuine?
They finna do one with Genuine and Tyrese. They finna
well, take it right. Take it right.
No.
Take it right.
No.
Tank
You're right.
But Tank got hit.
You know, does he have a lot of hits?
Nope.
I gotta look.
I don't think he got the roster.
I'm not watching that one.
Got 20 hits like that.
I'm not watching that one, yo.
Red said he ain't watching it.
I'm definitely watching it.
Red took the mask off for that. I'm not watching it.
I'm definitely watching it. But y'all blessed up. Thank y'all for inviting me. Hopefully I can join you guys again. I gotta
definitely promote your podcast, Jazz, before you leave.
Oh, okay. I ain't nobody. You know, I'm a little small. But no, seriously, y'all can follow me on She's Jazzology on IG. That's SHESJAZZOLOGY. And you guys can also follow my podcast on all platforms at Who Gon' Check Me. Period. That's just what it is. Yeah, follow me on that, or you can follow me on YouTube as well. Everything is She's Jazzology. Okay.
Appreciate it. Thanks for coming through.
Peace.
You're always welcome.
Appreciate it.
Thank you. Let me know. Let me know. I love to argue. Bye.
What up, Wacker? Yes. Hey, yes.
What's your opinion, man?
I'm glad Reg brought that up because we're doing the whole Motown month. We almost finished with that. We did like 6 albums this whole month, and we're doing the Motown 25th special.
Yeah.
So that's been great, man. It's been great to go back to these albums and listen to real R&B. You know.
Y'all just doing Motown, right? Y'all not gonna do. I'm trying to think. The Whispers wasn't on Motown, right? The Whispers.
No, they were on Solar.
They was on Solar. Yeah, Solar. Okay.
Yeah, it's just like for this month.
That's not a bad idea, though. That's not a bad idea.
Okay. Solar too. Yeah.
What up?
There's some good groups on there, man.
Christian, what up? Wacker, what up? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's all Reg's idea, just doing all the Motown stuff. And I'm glad that he did it because a lot of stuff I totally haven't listened to. Like I never listened to Smokey Robinson album until we started doing this. So I'm like, yo, I'm way behind on Smokey stuff.
Oh, I love Smokey. When you bring that up, I'm like, damn. That was a hard one, man. Because I'm like, yo, Smokey's insane, yo.
And that was a good album too. The Quiet Storm album was good. Yeah, that was a good album. I enjoyed it.
Yo, try. You should check out the Smokey's Family Robinson album too. Okay, I'm
gonna check that out.
Dog, he wrote for Motown. He wrote for every artist in Motown.
He made Motown.
It's over. It's over.
He made it.
I saw the documentary, the Motown documentary. That was good.
Shit.
Definitely. Chilling, Wacker, what up?
So what's your opinion, Reg? You said about Janet.
Oh, yeah, I wanted to ask Reg, like, how did you get into I don't know if we talked about it. How did you like first listen to Janet?
Hold on, Wacker. I'm gonna move right quick, but
yeah. All right.
You got more stats?
For Janet?
Yeah, I was like, you told me about Janet. I'm like, I'm going in with her history, who she was on the show with. I'm like, I just remember when she was on Good Times and she got burnt by the iron.
Yeah, I remember. That's the episode I remember when she got burnt by the iron.
Yo, dog, that looked real when she got burnt by the iron, dog.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That was one of the episodes that like that you remember, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely. You know what I mean? And yo, like she got like 13 Soul Train awards alone. You know what I'm saying? 16 Billboard year-end #1 awards. Alicia Keys ain't got that. I'm gonna tell you all that right now. Alicia Keys got hits, but of year-end, she ain't got no year-end hits. Janet got that.
All right, so pretty much, I got into Janet Jackson from Good Times, but the first album I heard from her in full was a Rhythm Nation album and stuff like that, and it was just like, I always called it an equivalent. It influenced a lot of music. Like I compare that a lot to Public Enemy's Fear of a Black Planet, and the fact that she was just an iconic figure. Like a lot of people talk about Madonna, but to me, it was Janet all day, every day, and stuff like that. So, but Swizz Beats, he was tripping with his statement. I'm sorry, Swizz Beats was tripping on his statement.
Facts.
Because even if he says Janet Jackson Missy can be different people and stuff like that, Janet had a rock song in the charts that she composed herself.
Black Cat, right?
Black Cat, yes.
Yep, I love that song.
Mm-hmm. Janet written and produced too.
A classic album. Alicia Keys ain't got no Rhythm Nation album. I'm sorry, Alicia Keys. I love you, but you ain't fucking with Janet when it comes to this album.
Bro, there's a lot of.
They got like what? 4 or 5 classic albums. I mean,
yes. And I got all of them. Come on. You know what I mean? As far as I'm concerned, if Janet never put out another album, I got all her classic albums, so I'm good.
Shit. There's a lot of Alicia Keys shade here and shit.
I'm just saying, yo, and I tagged them in the post, Reg. I made sure Swizz is gonna see this shit. I tagged him. I ain't playing.
Yo, I tagged him too. I tagged him on Twitter. I tagged him on Instagram. I tagged him on. I tried to tag him on Facebook.
I had to make my page public just to do that. I'm like, okay, it's one of those times when I'm making my page public so you can see this shit.
How do you do that anyway?
No.
How you do that anyway?
Huh? Make your page public?
Mm-hmm.
It was on just like when you go to the settings, like on Instagram, it's like a private button. You could switch it on and off. I don't make my page public. I used to, but I made it public with this shit. I'm like, yeah, you gonna see this shit, big nose, because you bugging if you think Alicia Keys is better than Jenny. You know what I'm saying? A Swizz Beats as a producer fell off. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, you ain't have a hit since on to the next one, bro. That was 2009.
Yo, with that big nose, you think he can smell his own bullshit? He can't smell his own bullshit, dog. That fucking stuff of love in his nose.
It's once as an accent, but when you throw in shade, when you throw in shade at Janet twice, that's a pattern now. There's something going on with it. You know what I mean?
Oh, number 2 pencil looking ass nigga.
You know what I mean? Like, come on. You ain't have a kid as producer in like a decade. Like, what are you talking about?
It had to be some music shade, right? It had to be something like
it has to be. That's what I'm thinking. That's not making sense.
Maybe the Jackson family.
Right. And the fact that Janet made a post about it, she don't do that for nobody. So she was hurt by that.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm like, nah, man. Come on. Man.
It's real, yo. It's real.
That artsy bullshit he did for Lost Tapes 2 with giving Nas that crap, that was garbage. All that artsy shit he was doing, get off of that. I want to hear vintage Rough Riders Swizz Beats production, especially if DMX is coming out with a new album. I don't want to hear no artsy fartsy production from Swizz on that shit. You know what I'm saying? DMX got to get that gritty Rough Riders sound from '98.
Yep.
Otherwise, it's gonna flop.
Oh, because they working on the album. Right? Is he working on the whole album of DMX's album?
Yeah.
Is he the main producer?
That's the impression I'm getting. I don't know if there's any others involved, but the impression I'm getting is he's doing DMX new album.
He better not be the main producer, man. Unless they come out with a double album, he's doing one side or something. Because, dog, I mean, I think because like if you listen to DMX on the Locks joint,
right?
He still got it in a sense, but he still sound like back in the day DMX. Know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So like you said, he got to come with those back in the day Swizz Beats.
Yes,
that's grimy and gritty. Right. You know what I'm saying? To make them sound kind of the same, or still dope.
Like you remember, like Swizz was the main producer for him, and he had like P Killer, he had Dame Grease, he had DJ Shock. But I want to hear Swizz Beats, vintage Swizz Beats on the DMX album. I don't want to hear that artsy shit. That shit he gave to Lost Tapes 2. That shit was garbage, yo. That was like some artsy ambiance type of beat. I'm like, come on, man, that's not Swizz Beats.
Wait, did Swizz Beats just come out with a single? Was it with Jay-Z? No, that was somebody else. Who just came out with a single?
I didn't like that. And I love Pharrell. I love the Neptunes. I don't like that song though. I don't know what the hell that was, but
yeah, that was whack. That's why I'm just thinking about whack stuff, and I started thinking about that.
Pharrell is still bringing out bangers though. Swizz ain't. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I'm like, nah, man.
Swizz, man. That's dude. We gotta check his fever. We gotta see if he got COVID, dog. You gotta have COVID.
You're not about to sit here and say that Alicia Keys is the best of all time and she got more hits than Jenny. That's crazy.
Dude, listen. Dog, when you told me about you doing this, man, dude, I freaking went crazy, man. I'm not playing around. I got Janet's stats. What year she was on.
I want to ask you, what's your favorite Janet album?
I'm gonna have to go with let's see which one I like better. I'm gonna go with, you know what? I'm gonna go with Control. And then Rhythm Nation.
Okay.
I thought Control was dope. I thought Control was really. That got it in the bag. That got it there. You know what I mean?
Right. How you ranking her albums? Like you put in Control first and then Rhythm Nation. Where's the other albums go?
I put Control first, Rhythm Nation, and then I liked it. What's it? Velvet Rope.
Yeah.
And then I liked it, Janet.
Mm-hmm.
And let me see. There's another one. Where's the other one at?
All For You.
The other one at. I know there's another one.
She got All For You. She got Demeter Joe. She got Discipline, Unbreakable.
Was it Unbreakable?
Huh?
I'm trying to remember now. You got me guessing. No, because I thought I wrote it down. Maybe I missed that.
I didn't care for the albums after All For You, but I know there's people that love those albums, but I didn't care for those personally.
Yeah, she got at least 4 that I love, like, that I can like. If I put it on right now, I can sing them. You know what I'm saying? I can't sing, but you don't want that, dog. But you know what I'm saying? But I'll sing them joints, dog. Shower singing, dog. Shower.
How y'all ranking like the Janet album? Like, what's your favorite like 5 or 3 Janet albums of all time? I want to ask the chat that.
Yo, yeah. Spit y'all game out there, dude. Listen, man. I ain't playing, man. Like I was going bananas, man. When you said, I was like, yo, dog, they gonna learn about everything about Janet, dog. She was in the show A New Kind of Family in 1979. I don't even remember that. I gotta probably look that up.
Never seen it.
And I'm like, yo, when I was looking at all the research, I'm like, yo, what show was this? Because I don't remember her being on that show, but it was at the same time she was on, I think, Good Time. So like, everybody was watching that instead. So she must have been a little kid on that show too. You know what I'm saying? But come on, man. She got married like 18 times secretly. You know what I'm saying? Had a baby secretly at 50 years old. Like, oh, she's dope. One of the best dancers on stage, one of the best artists, one of the best entertainers, anything you can think of, man. Dope. Michael Jackson had the world in the headlock. Janet Jackson goes, oh yeah? And then freaking comes out and kills, and you know what I'm saying? Then puts the world in the headlock. Like, it's like, what? Right. Your sister's dope too? This whole, what the hell was going on in their genes? People were trying to get their blood, dude.
Oh yeah.
Who was trying to get Janet Jackson, Michael Jackson's blood?
Right.
Dog, come on, man. That's why I was so mad at Swizz, man. Like, dude, what are you talking about? You're disrespecting legends, icons, family, everything, though. You're disrespectful, dog.
Crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
Wacker said his top 5 would be.
That's the light skin dude. He had a light skin moment. He had a light skin moment.
Wacker said his top 5 is Janet, Control, Rhythm Nation, Velvet Rope, and Dream Street. Okay, you got love for Dream Street. I don't hear a lot of people mention that one. Red, you like that one, right? Dream Street album?
Hell no.
No, you don't like that one?
Hell no.
Freezie, what's good, Freezie?
Freezie, what name he got today, dog? Freezie down. Yo, Freezie's wanted by FBI, everybody, dog. Look at this. What name he got? Oh, he got On and On today. Oh.
Yeah. Eric said Dream Street is underrated. So we got people that like Dream Street. I didn't care for it though. But that's good.
I thought it was trash.
You thought it was trash? What was the other one before that? Or that's the one after that?
The one before that, the self-titled.
Right. That one, those two I didn't really care for. But I know that was like before she hooked up with Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis.
Yo, what about the last album was what? Unbreakable? You mentioned that one?
I didn't like that one. Reg liked that one. I didn't care for that one.
Reg said you liked that. Okay, all right. I gotta listen to that again.
I like the song she did with J. Cole. I like that one. The No Sleep. I like that. That's a hit. But I didn't like that. The album to me, it was like 10 years too late because she had like all that EDM stuff on there. I'm like, well, why didn't she hook up with like Calvin Harris and David Guetta when they were in their prime? And she could just come up with like a whole EDM album.
Yo, we ain't talking about the nip slip yet.
The nip slip. We don't need to talk about. I mean, we talking about her greatest moments. We talking about
that was a good moment, man. That was one of the greatest moments, dog. Come on, man. The nip slip at the Super Bowl, and then the disrespect of Justin Timberlake, whatever his name, whatever his name, corny dude, corny.
The nip slip was overblown. That was overblown again because of social media, and that was early social media. It was overblown because of that. I'm like, yo, okay, she had a malfunction or whatever. People say it was staged or whatever, but that don't define of who she is as an artist. But
a lot of people put in the back burner because of that corny shit, that corny thing.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But Justin Timberlake, I love Justin Timberlake as a solo artist, but we're not gonna get into Justin. There will be no Justin slander on here. We're not getting into all that. As a solo artist, I think he's dope. I never cared for NSYNC, but that whole Justin thing, he should have took more responsibility for that. But that's like so old now. I don't even worry about that. But as an artist, Janet is a legend. That's why I love, like, yo, we got to talk about Janet discography because these kids don't know and they feel like Beyonce is the best shit ever. I'm like, yo, before Beyonce, you had Janet. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people forget that before Ciara and Ashanti and all these other little, chicks out there, you had Janet. Janet was the originator. It wasn't no Ciara and Ashanti and Keisha Cole and all these other people that to me is like not even on our level.
if you really think about it, Janet set the bar, and if, for like R&B or you know songs and just hits and dance, all that. Like, as an artist, man, she set that bar, man. Come on. Beyonce's probably got Janet Jackson posters, dog, when she was little. So
Right.
I mean,
Sure.
she had the Janet Jackson posters. Everybody had it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, she dropped a single last year. It was cool. I'm talking about like the all of her whole career. I don't care about what she dropped now. I'm talking about her whole career, the albums that she did, and her legacy. She's already a certified legend. She could drop shit now. I could care less, but she already a legend to me.
Yeah, she's already on Mount Rushmore.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, somebody asked that. I think it was Ronnie that asked that a couple of minutes ago. He asked who would be like on your Mount Rushmore when it comes to like hip hop.
Oh, hip hop or R&B?
I think did you mean hip hop, Ronnie? I don't know. You just said like on your Mount Rushmore.
Because Janet's there. Janet's there already. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Janet's there.
Yeah, definitely Janet. Definitely, you know, I gotta put Janet, R. Kelly to me. You know, Michael. You know, my Michael was in many different genres. So he's not just R&B, but I mean R&B is like, yo, definitely R. Kelly. Y'all can say what you want about him. R. Kelly's a legend. He's a legend. You know what I'm saying? Forget all the other crap. He's a legend. Okay? This man produced, wrote, arranged, sang, everything. He's a legend. But there's a lot of artists that's no longer around, but when they were around, they had hits because of R. Kelly. Changing Faces, Sparkle. Yes. Y'all remember them? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It's like so many like hits. He gave hits to Michael. He gave hits to the remix for Janet. We're talking about Janet. He gave what's the remix he did for Janet? The Anytime Any Place remix? Yeah. Right. You know what I'm saying? He gave, like, if it wasn't for R. Kelly, some of these artists wouldn't even be around right now.
I can't hate on that.
Celine Dion, huh?
I can't hate on that. I mean, listen. R. Kelly music, dope. You know what I'm saying? I gotta separate them though. You know what I'm saying? Because the bull crap, I can't rock with them more. You know what I'm saying? I just can't rock with them more because I just can't.
If those allegations came out, hold on. If those allegations came out about Michael and it was true, would you take Michael off the list because of the allegations?
Dude, I haven't listened to R. Kelly or Michael since any allegation. Straight up facts.
So you're just looking at it based on their personal life then?
I just don't like. I'm not streaming their joints. I'm not giving them money.
I feel you.
That's what I mean. If somebody's playing in my car or in their car, I'm gonna listen to it. You know what I mean? I got a best friend that she die-hard R. Kelly fan. Yo, when the accusation came out, she wanted to fight me. You know what I'm saying? Because I was like, I ain't messing with that dude no more. She's like, what? Going crazy. And I was like, you know what? It's just my opinion. I mean, he had hits. He was dope. I can't take that from him. I can't take nothing, no stats from him. He was dope. I was bumping him all day. Dog, I think I probably had my baby off him. I don't even know. Either him or the Whispers. It was one of them. Or a mixtape I made back in the day. You know what I mean? R. Kelly was dope. You can't take the talent from him. Mm-hmm. But I'm not supporting his music no more. That's all I'm saying. I'm not putting more pennies or dollars in his pocket. Or Mike. Straight up. That's just me.
Yeah. No, we're not talking about Justin Timberlake on. What is the Justin Timberlake and Prince, yo? We already know about that. Like, no.
They want to talk about Justin Timberlake.
No, we're not talking about all that. This is about Janet. Y'all talk about old shit, man. Like, I already know about that. Justin, I didn't even know about that whole Justin and Prince thing. That's something that I found out like after Prince died of that. He had beef with Justin or whatever.
Yep.
What about Janet's acting career? How dope do you think that was?
I mean, she was decent. She not like Julia Roberts, you know what I'm saying? Like, she was good in Nutty Professor. I liked her in that. And Poetic Justice, to me, she should have got an Oscar for that. I think she and Tupac killed it. That definitely was a classic good film. Why Did I Get Married? That was cool. You know, she could act like she definitely is a triple threat. Like, again, like before Beyonce, there was Janet. You know what I'm saying? I don't care for Beyonce acting skills. That's just me.
You're not a Beyonce fan?
I love Beyonce's first solo album, but I don't have Destiny Child albums. I'm not big on her music. Like I like her first solo album. I think that was a great album, but I'm not like a Beehive. I'm not a part of the Beehive and shit.
Me neither.
You see, I'm not putting up there with Janet and with Mariah, and that's just me. I mean, people go crazy for her, and I'm not a big Beyonce fan like that.
She got a huge following because I think a lot of things that she went through, a lot of women went through and going through. So of course they're gonna relate, and that's why people like music because they relate to it, and that's why I think Beyonce's so big.
Yeah,
straight up.
But I mean, without the social media again, would she have the Beehive? You know what I'm saying?
Nope.
Like exactly. Like when these artists have these social media clicks or whatever, without social media, would they really have it? Rihanna got her click, and Katy Perry got her click. You know what I mean? Taylor Swift. So
imagine Janet having it back in the day.
I'm not. You know what I'm saying? I think people forgot there was life before social media. Like I don't think about social media when we discussing these artists. I think about when I was in the building for these artists, when I went to see them in concert. That's what I care about. I don't care about their following, how many people they got on their Instagram and Twitter. I don't care about all that. That doesn't make the artist. And unfortunately, because of the following and who they sleeping with nowadays, it all builds up to them becoming a star. But their music suffers. Their music is garbage, but it's all about how many millions of followers they have on Twitter and Instagram. And a lot of them are not really on that level. You know what I'm saying? But then they quick to chastise artists like Janet and say, oh well, Janet is so and so, but Janet been doing it before any of these other chicks that's out here. That's the respect y'all need to be given, not to Beyonce and Ciara and all these other people. Got Freezie coming in here.
Did Swizz Beats ever say who Janet should battle?
Freezie, what up, bro? Salute.
Hey, what's up? What's up, Freezie? Come on.
Up for Freezie!
Fellas, what's the deal?
Hey,
let me get your take. So, Freezie, let me get your take. Since you the OG, what's your take on Swizz Beats saying that Janet don't have enough hits for a versus battle?
That motherfucker, he high as hell. He high as hell.
Hey, Freezie. Zoom. He's
right, I know, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. My man must be, his chick must have told him to say that. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we get in those situations where we gotta, be loyal, even though, the truth is kind of, not the wave in the moment. So,
right.
But yeah, man, I'm glad you decided to do this because I have a Janet Jackson story. I don't know if I told you about it.
Yeah, you were telling me about that.
Yeah, so I respect her. You know what I'm saying? I feel like she put out classics in the moment in real time,
right.
And classics like when you go back and listen, you have an appreciation for the story she was telling through her music. You know what I mean? Yeah, because when you look at Control, you know what I'm saying? When her brother was ripping up the charts, was hot as fish grease, and her parents was like overbearing, she just came out, was like, she gonna control her own life.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And did an album. So, yeah. Yeah.
So when was it like the first time that you listened to Janet Jackson ever in life?
This girl I was dating was like trying to tell me something that I didn't want to hear. You know what I'm saying? And so I was like, I ain't really feeling. And we was young, we was shorties. You know what I'm saying? She was trying to tell me something I didn't want to hear. So she played this song by Janet called "Let's Wait a While," right? And I was like, why you want me to listen to this?
Right.
And so I listened to that joint, and then I listened to the rest of the album, and I was like, you know what? I can dig where she coming from.
She was giving you, telling you hints, bro. Telling you hints. Let's wait a while. Let's chill. Let's be friends.
Right. So I wasn't really feeling that, you know what I'm saying? Because when you you know what I'm saying, when you 15 years old, whatever, you everything you gotta move fast with everything. You don't want to miss nothing. But she kind of, But anyway, Swizz is crazy for him saying that. Because Janet basically ruled the 90s, her and Mariah. Mariah had some bangers in the 90s, but Janet basically controlled the 90s, man. For like a 10-year stretch, it was maybe Janet or Whitney Houston. You know what I mean? And for him to say Janet or Whitney Houston or somebody in that category does not have hits, he crazy.
Hey, Freezie. It's funny that you said that story about the girl playing you that record. You remember? I know you remember how we used to like play music to get our point across because we didn't know how to say we love somebody or bring a message to somebody. We would play music or make on a mixtape.
Right. That's what she was doing. She was doing. She was like trying to tell moving too fast. You know. Yeah, she said we moving too fast, man. But Janet had some joints on there that on that Control album that are like you can compare to maybe you could probably compare to the New Edition album that came around like shortly after. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like the coming of age joint, you know what I'm saying? Where it's like you want to get your message across through your music or whatever. And it's not just about, you know, singing all these notes and all that stuff. It's about like connecting with your fans. You know what I mean? And I think Janet did that with that Control album. So for Swizz to say that, man, he crazy. And then Janet is like through her music, she put mad innuendo. Like when she got older, she mad innuendo in her music. You know what I'm saying? Like letting you know that she grown and sexy. You know what I'm saying? And not just pandering to the charts, but putting something her fans wanted to hear. You know what I'm saying? I mean, no, that to me, in my opinion, Swizz crazy as hell. But you know, what can you do?
He's nuts, man. That's all I gotta say, man. He's nuts, man. I can't believe it. Like, good.
Oh, I was gonna say so the Janet thing is crazy because I don't know if y'all remember, but artists back in the day used to go on tour, this thing called the Budweiser Superfest, right? Where all the top acts used to go on tour together, right? And so I went to this one, it was like 92-ish or something. It was like R. Kelly had just come out and he was hot, right? And he had this little girl touring with him, like, you know, this girl who we later known to be Aaliyah was with him, right? So I'm in Texas, I'm boxing, my name out there and stuff, got me a little reputation. The little chicks is like wanting to get with Uncle Freezie, at least in my mind. This is way it out. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I take this chick that I couldn't bag, was like, she just walked up to me one day, was like, yo, I heard you had 2 tickets to the Budweiser Superfest. I was like, yeah. She was like, I'm going with you. And I was like, yo, I was trying to bag you for like 6 months, and now I got a ticket. and now you want to rock. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I take her. You know what I'm saying? R. Kelly come on stage or whatever, and I put her on my neck. And there's mad chicks out there too, just for the record. And so I put her on my shoulder, whatever. R. Kelly rocking the crowd. He bring out Aaliyah, and yo, the crowd go crazy. She do like 2 of her joints or whatever. And his set go over because he brought out Aaliyah. So the Janet crowd is mad, right? So Janet come out, you know what I'm saying? And basically wait, and they playing her music over R. Kelly, all this stuff going on. R. Kelly stump off stage. He mad, him and Aaliyah. And so Janet come on, but she's stuck. You know, like, you know how the trailers be? Like, you know how the outdoor concerts, where like the trailers be in a certain place, and then they have like the gates and stuff up leading to the stage where can't nobody. So anyway, a fight break out with R. Kelly and them, like this thing. And guess who was standing in front of me inside the gate, like 3 feet away? Janet Jackson.
Oh,
Janet Jackson. So I'm literally 3 feet away from Janet Jackson, right? So in my mind, I'm like, yo, I'm about to get in my bag right now. This chick I came with, you know what I'm saying? She ain't Janet, you know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? So I spits my A game. So I spits my A game on the spot, right? Janet laughs, like chuckles and shit, and put her hand on my chest. And she was like, Janet was like, this ain't the time. And then her bodyguard put his hand on me and whatever. And then we started. You know what I'm saying?
He put his hand on your chest.
Yeah. I was, that dude was like 6'8". You know what I'm saying? And even though Uncle Freezie felt like he was nice off the hands, this dude is like 6'8". You know, so but anyway, I spits my game to Janet, and she chuckled a little bit and say something, and then her bodyguard step in the way. and then you know what I'm saying, and then he just usher her to the stage or whatever. So for all my homeboys and stuff, I've been like, yo, you know, Uncle Freezie almost had Janet. Yeah, man. That's my little Janet. That's my little Janet joint, man. I was about to
shot your shot.
I had to shoot my shot, dog. It's once
you had to. You had to.
This once in a lifetime, dog. But she laughed. I know whatever it is I said probably made her laugh or whatever. But that was my little joint. My experience, man. You know, aside from that, everything else with Janet though has been super awesome, dog. All her music, you know, to me, except for the joint she put out lately, I feel like something's missing. Maybe the timing wasn't right, or maybe, you know, something. But in terms of what Swizz is talking about, he crazy, man. He crazy. He lost credibility with me. You know, I mean, I don't know.
And they've been dragging him online for that. Ever since he said that, they've been dragging him online.
He deserved to be.
Yeah, definitely.
He deserved to be. Hey, I just told that Janet story, dog. Janet was almost your sister-in-law.
Yeah,
oh my God.
Yeah, man.
No, you never know though.
Funny.
You know, hey, she like 3 or 4 feet away. I had to shoot my shot, dog.
Yeah,
it's once in a lifetime. You never know. I might have unlocked something. Right. And next thing you know what I'm saying? Triboro would have been hanging out with us down in Miami at the Jackson's crib.
I love that.
Yeah, man. Hey, I gotta run, man. I got so much stuff to do here at work, man. I just wanted to jump on. Hey, shout out to all y'all, man. What's up, Red? What's up, Marquis, man? I just wanted to come on, man, and shout y'all out, man, and tell y'all how, you know, the great job y'all doing content out here, and I appreciate all that y'all be putting out. Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Try. I'm about to.
Thank you. No doubt. Salute to you, man.
I'm gonna shoot out his podcast, but we can shoot that.
I know, but he can run. You know what I mean? Word. Red, you good or you gotta go?
I think he said he had
some issues with his.
All right. I think he said he had to go. I think.
I want to get back to some of these questions.
I like how I like that story from Freezie, man. Because he had to shoot his shot. He had to do it, man.
Yeah. She was laughing. She was probably laughing in the room.
No, he said that. He said she laughed at him a little bit, giggled, and then he said she put her hand on his chest. So that's big. Yeah, that's like what? Okay. Yeah, you gotta watch this back. That was funny, man.
What he said? I was looking for some of these questions, but
I shot my shot at the wrong person. I shot my shot at the brat. I didn't know back in the day. The brat.
Shit! How did that happen?
The brat. With a basketball tournament. And I got the number too, for real. I don't know if she was going, but I ain't gonna say whatever, but I thought she was, you know, dating dudes, and she I think it looked like I was like pulling her, making her laugh, and then my boy back him, he's like getting jealous because I'm making her laugh, bugging out, right, getting an autograph because it was just she only had the Funkify, the one single, right?
Yeah.
So when she's signing those little singles, right, single little disc, so I'm bugging out, making her laugh. And then I'm like, yo, write your number on the back. Da, da, da. She was like, you know what I'm saying? You come to Beantown, whatever. She was like, all right. All of a sudden, my boy go, yo, man, stop freaking look at the line, stop freaking, you know, he started going crazy. And I was like, yo, man, chill out. And then the bodyguard goes, yo, what's going on over there? Yo, move it along, right? So she goes like this. He was next. His name was Tito, right? He's a Spanish dude. So she goes, oh, okay, your name is Tito? I think she was mad. She wrote on his disc, what's up with the other Jacksons? Or she made some type of Jackson reference, like your Tito Jackson or something like that. And I was laughing at the CD the whole way home because I'm like, dude, you just cop blocked. Maybe I could have, I don't know if I could have smashed. I don't know. I could have dated. I don't know.
I used to hear rumors of the brat with women and men. There was a rumor when she was dating Allen Iverson for a minute. I don't know how true that is.
Yeah, I heard that too.
What kind of shit, man? I'm like, yo, she was everywhere.
Yeah, that's what I said. So that's why I like back then I thought she was, you know, she was a woman. She dated men in my mind.
Right.
So like, I thought, look, I swear to God, I'm telling you, to this day, I think I still got the CD somewhere. You know what I'm saying? She was like, she said wrote something real nice on her, all long, and you know what I mean.
Never like try to hit her up in DM on Instagram or anything.
Nah, I don't think she got to remember me. That's her first single from the Fire. How old was she then? Dude, she was like
what, 93, 94?
Probably something like that.
She was like young then. She was like 20, 21.
Yeah.
Ronnie said, "What's your favorite Janet Jackson song from Control?"
Ooh, I have to look it up because I was listening to it this morning. I told you I was doing my research. I was like, I gotta listen to all these.
My favorite is What Have You Done For Me Lately? I love Nasty. The whole damn album. The whole album is classic. It's hard to choose a favorite though, like from any of her albums, and like at least the classic ones.
Yeah, when it's classic, you just gotta like listen to the whole album. You know what I'm saying?
That's like when people ask you, like, "What's your favorite from Illmatic?" I'm like, "Yo, Illmatic got like 10 fucking drinks." You know what I'm saying?
I was listening to it. I told you I was listening to it. He was like, "You don't have to listen to it." I said, I'm listening to all these records. So I started listening to albums I really didn't listen to. So I was really listening to the albums I really haven't listened to in a while or didn't really know well. Mm-hmm. But then I had the classes on. I put Control on, and from beginning to end, Control, Nasty, like What Have You Done For Me Lately, like Pleasant Principle, like it was just like like it was just I couldn't stop.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in a house getting ready for work,
right?
Killing it.
Like I said, that album from beginning to end. There's no silver track. You know what I mean?
It's only 9 tracks.
Mm-hmm. That's what the albums was. Michael Jackson was 9. Purple Rain was 9. You know, there's a lot of albums we covered. I think I want to say one of the albums we covered last week was like 8 tracks. I'm like, yo, that's what the albums was back then.
But they were still longer. So the songs were like 3.5, 4 minutes, maybe 5 minutes long.
Right.
So what's that? 4 times 9. You know what I mean? It was long. It was longer. It was like almost 45 minutes, 50 minutes, an hour.
Kristen asks, "Do you consider Control the first New Jack Swing album?" I don't think it's New Jack Swing.
Nah.
Nah.
That's a good question, but nah.
Bobby Brown, the Don't Be Cruel was New Jack Swing. I don't think Janet had a New Jack Swing album. That wasn't her lane. That wasn't the Jimmy and Terry didn't do New Jack Swing, so that wasn't.
Yeah.
They did.
Nah. She did mostly like who was that? I think Reggie. Somebody was saying that I think who was one of them? Somebody, I don't know if it was the Jazz. Somebody was saying that she did what she wanted.
Right.
You know, she was like she was the first artist kind of like that, talked about topics that were relevant.
Right.
She took that dare. She dared to take that risk. She risked a career with songs about politics, women.
Mm-hmm.
She's the first friggin' she's the first. She's like the leader. She's the one. Right. She's the friggin' and she's still relevant.
Yep.
I think if she gets with the right producers, right, whatever, and you know what I'm saying? I don't know how her vocals are, but if she's tunes up, I think she can make something. She can do another
she still got it, but it's like the problem with, and not just in R&B, but in a lot of other genres, including rap. The problem is when you have these legends that's done it for so long and they try to come back within the fold of today's music, they try to come back with the same sound, and sometimes it don't work out for them. So it's like with Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, they haven't done whatever they've done in forever. They haven't done a lot for nobody else. So it's like I think it would be hard for her to come back with that same Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis sound. So it's like, well, who do you put up? Who as that's hot now, or like another producer can make a new sound for Jenny? And that's what I see a lot in rap too. Like it's like a lot of these cats, they can't. The track masters, they ain't been out in forever. They come back out in 2020. Do they still have that same sound from the 90s and early 2000s? I don't know.
What about The Dream?
The Dream with Janet? Well, even with The Dream, what's the last joint he did?
He's not he's not. I don't think he's a good front runner. Like he's a good singer type, whatever. I think he writes well, and just like Tank writes well.
Right.
So maybe she could work with Tank. And like, you know what I mean? I don't know about does Tank produce? I think he produces too, right?
I'm not familiar with Tank, so I never cared for his stuff. His stuff never hit with me. But I know a lot of people love him, so
he wrote Jamie Foxx's album and all his hits.
Right. Jamie Foxx was there. He had his little buzz, you know.
Yeah, Tank wrote all that. All that. Yo, Ronnie Stanley. Yo, this dude just talked about one of my favorite songsters, Sade.
Yeah. Woo! Who would you put Sade? Well, they talked about putting Anita Baker against Sade. Anita Baker is retired now, so I don't know if she's gonna do it.
Sade, and that's my two favorite females. Oh my God, you can't do that to me, man. My head would explode in the versus battle.
I believe it.
Sade?
I believe it.
Dude, I had the 45 records. 45. Dude, I'm old, dog. I had 45 records, dog. Come on.
Out of all female R&B singers in the 80s, which one of them is the biggest legend of R&B? That's a good question.
R&B?
Mm-hmm. In the 80s? See, I grew up in the 80s, yeah. That was that decade.
Damn, the 80s, damn.
I would say Whitney, because I grew up on a lot of like early Whitney.
Was Mary 80s? Oh, that's 90s.
That was Whitney was 80s. Nah, she was 80s.
Then I might have to say Mary. You said R&B. R&B is rhythm and
blues. Well, now we're talking about like just the 80s alone though. Like for me, it'd be Whitney, because Whitney
was dope. Whitney was dope.
You know what I'm saying? Janet is right there because Control came out in the 80s, but I think I would go with Whitney. You know what I'm saying? Mariah was 90, I believe, when she came out in 90, 91, and Mary was 92.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely Whitney. I don't know. That's a good question, Kristen. Because
I got to do research, man. You named a decade. I got to be like, hold on, man. Let me look, because if Sade was in there, I'm gonna say Sade.
Right.
And if
Sade.
I'm gonna say Anita Baker, because those are my favorites. Like,
right. But he's asking like which one of you is like the biggest legend of the 80s in R&B, like female.
Oh, who's the biggest legend of the 80s?
Right. Sade was great. Definitely Sade too.
Oh, like, Sade. It's like, I know disrespect. Like Sade, most of her songs kind of sounded like, but they were just all dope no matter what. It was like it's like she was singing on one song, but it was all long. Like it was just one track. But her voice, man.
Right. Yeah.
Her voice was amazing, dude.
Definitely.
When the last time she put?
Huh?
When was the last time she put something out, Sade?
2010. Soldier Love. 2009, 2010. I want to say that's like her last album. I know they said she was working on some new stuff, but it hasn't dropped yet.
Your Love Is King, dog. Yo, man.
Yes. Love Is King. Classic. Cherish the Day. Freezie still working. What up, Freezie? Cherish the Day.
Promise. Stronger Than Pride. Let me see what's in the 80s. For no, Sade was 80s, 84, 85, 88.
Let's ask Guillermo a question.
Oh Lord.
Made it just in time. Okay, in your opinion, who's the biggest female legend in R&B during the 80s for you?
Biggest legend
female in the 80s.
Female?
Yes, R&B.
Whoo.
There's a lot of them, man. You gotta think.
You got Patty, and then you got Whitney.
Hey. Yes, I said Whitney. For me.
Because Patty was like what, early mid 80s, and then Whitney was definitely late 80s.
But when did Patty become solo from LaBelle? That was 80s?
I'm about to look it up right now.
That might have been 80s.
Okay.
But then remember, they probably split up during the disco era, right?
Right.
So that's 70s.
Yeah.
But she definitely 80s. All her hits, all those, On My Own with freaking Mike McDonald was his name? Or?
Classic, Mike McDonald.
Michael Donald with it freaking
Michael McDonald.
Michael McDonald, yeah.
That was on the soundtrack.
Every song you did, yeah.
Patti LaBelle released in the 80s. In 1983, she released I'm in Love Again. She released in 1995, she did Patty.
Right.
1986, Winner in You. And then Be Yourself in 1989. So those are the 4 albums in the 80s.
Right.
Yeah, she might have been queen of the 80s, man. Think about it. I mean,
Freezie.
Can't say Glide.
Freezie said Denise Williams and Shaka Khan.
All right, come on.
Shaka was
Denise
nice.
Williams, really? Denise Williams? Stop, bro.
Denise Williams.
Shaka Khan.
Let's hear it for the boys. Denise Williams. That joint?
Denise Williams is the one that had that.
Right.
Did she have? Then I got to be free.
Oh, free? Yeah. I can never use that.
Yeah.
She had the song that Nas sampled for "Blood of a Slave, Heart of a King." I think.
Right.
Or was that Stacey Ladishaw? That might be Stacey Ladishaw. I might be getting it wrong. Yeah, it's definitely. Yeah, you guys are bugging. It's Shaka Khan. Shaka Khan but Kyla Bell dominated the 80s, where she was like how Beyonce. Remember back in the 80s, all these black women. I gotta go to Kyla Bell concert. And they wear the high heels, the hair big, the big poofed out hair, and the big shoulder blades on the front. Come on, Patti LaBelle.
I answered like football players.
Exactly. Yeah. When she did somebody, she did the video for which I think she's at the Apollo or whatever. Right. She's singing on stage, they're throwing the flowers and hit the big. It's like, what the hell? I love it. Don't get me wrong. I love the cheesiness of it, but come on, man. But Whitney, it has to be Patty. I think Patty for the 80s. Definitely for the 80s. Y'all saying Sade?
I was saying Sade.
No,
not Sade. Really?
Not Queen of the 80s, bro.
86, 87, 89.
Yeah, I do agree with that because Sade didn't come out often like that. She came out like every few years.
I don't think she dominated. Sade was cool though.
She wasn't dominating the charts, but she was like underground. She was like the underground, like R&B artist that everybody was talking about. That type of, you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
So who's Queen of the 90s though?
The 90s. Ooh.
Female, I don't know. That it's between Mariah and Mary J for me. Because Mary J, that was like the first concert I went to was Mary J in '92. So I've always put Mary right there. Mariah definitely had a run. Now Janet was still doing it. You know, she came out with the Janet album in '93. She had Velvet Rope in I think '97, '98 was Velvet Rope. Shit, you know what I'm saying? Like Janet was right there too. You know, Whitney was still doing it with the Bodyguard soundtrack. And she had Shoop from the Waiting to Exhale. That was like '95. You know, I don't know, but for me, it's between Mary and Mariah.
It's got to be Mary, dog. Because Mary came out in '92. It wasn't '80s. Right. She came out in '92 with the full.
Oh, Mary.
And then '94, My Life. Then My Life came out.
Yes.
Mary J. Blige might be Queen of the 90s.
Share My World, 97.
Oh, shit.
Underrated album. Underrated.
Your Child? No. Oh, that song, Your Child, was my.
Yes. Love that. And the remix with Ghostface. Ghostface on the remix for that. You got to check that out.
She had a remix. Is a remix that's good because original was tough, bro. I love it.
The remix with Ghostface, he killed it. I think Ray's on that too.
What? Yeah, Mary J. And you know my favorite
one was a classic. Her first
definitely.
My favorite Mary J. Blige song because they used to play on High 97 all the time, and they used to play the remix with Smith and Wesson. Sweet Memory. That beat. First of all, salute to one of the most underrated dudes of all time, Isaac Hayes, because he has it with a sample from his song.
Definitely.
Now I'm losing a sample in my head. I'll get a sample right now. But he's the one that created that song that had the when I say that in the morning before going to school. Mary J. Blige got the 90s. She got the 90s.
Yes.
I agree. That. She got the 90s.
Yeah, you gotta give it a 9. You gotta give it a 90s.
And by the way, the Isaac Hayes song was Ike Smooth. That was the song.
Right.
Go listen to that song, Ike Smooth. That song is like it's like a song you play at like the end of like a ridiculous murder drama type of movie. Right. Where like the killer's walking away bloody, that song Ike Smooth, son, is so tough. I'm telling guys, if you haven't heard Ike Smooth before, people who watch, I know you guys have. Please go listen to Ike Smooth. Like, bro, Isaac Hayes is a genius. He's a musical genius. But please continue.
Marquis, what's your favorite Mary J. Blige remix?
Oh, the remix song?
Yeah.
Shit.
You got a lot.
She had a lot of them. I'm trying to think. Let me think.
She got a lot.
Shit, I'm at the. Oh man, you gotta be looking in the bag, dog.
Ronnie already asked me and Reg this question already, yo. He just asking you all the same thing.
Is that why he asked me?
Yeah, he asked me. Reg asked me the same thing.
Let me. Matter of fact, damn, remix.
What's your favorite remix? Guillermo? What's your favorite like Mary J remix? You remember any?
Favorite Mary J remix? I mean, Sweet Memories. Even though it was simple, because they didn't really.
There was a Real Love remix. I Love You remix.
Mm-hmm.
Real Love.
The big
the Jamaican.
Jamie Affair remix. There's a lot of them, man.
The Real Love remix. Not the Real Love remix. Was that one with the Caribbean crowd? Because
that's the one with Biggie. That's the one with Biggie and Ron G was on that. DJ Ron G.
Oh, let me see this. Huh?
You remember it.
Okay. Of course, Real Love me. Okay. My bad. Why am I?
That's on the remix album. What's the 411 remix album?
Ooh, of course.
That's Be Happy.
This stuff,
That's
dog.
Be Happy you listening to.
That's Be Happy's not a remix though, right? That ain't about a.
No, the remix for Be Happy had Keith Murray. Keith Murray's on the remix for that.
Keith Murray's on that one. Yeah.
There's a video for that too.
Let me see some Mary J. Blige. That's a great question, Mary J. Blige. Because I mean, Sweet Memories. Even though it was a simple remix, it wasn't the most craziest remix. It's at the end.
This was the
Smith one to me. Oh, I love that.
Yeah, that's the one you're talking about. Yeah.
That was tough. That was crazy. It's the Smith and Wesson one, though. Yeah. I know how much play some turn it off. We might get cut off.
The Craig Mack joint. That's you don't have to worry. That's the you don't have to worry remix. That's
Mary J. Blige. Golly, man, what the hell?
That's why nobody know who she can go against.
In the 90s, Mary J. Blige,
Mariah and Mary. They were like the biggest.
I guess she can go. Yeah, she can go against Mary. I guess she can go.
Mariah has some great remixes too.
Mary gonna kill her though.
ODB.
Fantasy. Heartbreaker remix.
Oh, Heartbreaker. You got
Always Be My Baby remix with the Brat. Yeah, that.
I hated Always Be. I hated that song.
You like that one?
I hate it. Well, I didn't know. I listened to the remix to hear it again, but I hate the original. I hate that song.
The Honey remix with Mason the Locks. That was a great one.
Yeah, that was a good one. You know what I didn't like about
It gotta be Mariah.
What's the name? I'm about to say, man. Mary Carey jumped on the bandwagon a lot. So whoever was hot was a rapper that was hot. Then they was on a remix or a song with her. She always jumped on.
I agree.
Like who putting out an album?
Yes.
Who's hot? Oh, Mace. Let me get Mace. You know what I'm saying? You notice that?
Yep.
So you call her the female Drake? Yeah, that's messed up, bro.
Yeah, man.
Nah, but
and Marquis don't give a damn.
Okay, that's
too much. You know what I'm saying? She did it too much.
You think Mary J. Blige did that too much though?
No, I'm talking about Mariah. Mariah did the
Mariah. Oh, I think you said Mary J. Blige.
No, Mary was organic. Mary was in the hood with Timbos on.
But Mariah Carey took. I thought she started doing a heavy. Well, no, I guess she started doing heavy from the beginning. Because I'm trying to say she started to go more hood when she did that remix with that song with Cameron.
No, Mariah.
Yeah, Mariah.
No, when Mariah started doing remixes, she was already on like her fourth album. Like it was her first album. Then she had Emotions, and then Music Box. And then when she came out with Daydream, album, she did the Fantasy remix. That's from the Daydream album. That was 95. That's when she started doing the remix. That was after she left Tommy Mottola. That's when she started on this whole remix craze or whatever.
Yeah. Okay, that's a great point. That's a great point. So she was trying to come back to that because I remember Mariah Carey had this crazy image switch. Because I remember Mariah Carey growing up. I don't know what the hell she was. I thought she was like a white chick who had some type of Spanish or something in her. She would have the long curly hair with the jeans and the black jacket. You know, I was like, oh yeah, she's one of those chicks. You know, she never comes to the hood. Then all of a sudden, I started seeing her doing remixes with Cameron. I'm like, wait, what the hell is this?
That was later. That was like 2000.
Yeah, that's years later.
Yeah.
Wait, so
what about Paula Abdul?
When?
Nobody talking about Paula Abdul, man.
Man, get that.
She's a good dancer, but I never feel like she was a great singer.
With the cat, nigga, with the cat.
Get out of here. Trash. Absolute trash.
Ex-girlfriend? Nah.
Who's an underrated queen? Like, who's an underrated female singer or artist of the 90s?
Jodie Watley. Oh, of the 90s?
Of the 90s.
That's a lot. Faith Evans, to me, she's underrated.
Faith was dope. Faith was dope.
You don't like Faith Evans? I thought she was great.
What? You know, like
was great.
She was cool. I don't know about underrated though.
I think the thing that hurt her was being Big E's widow. That's what hurt her.
Right. Yeah, that definitely did. That definitely did. I'm trying to think. Underrated queen in the 90s that we don't talk about anymore.
Now you got me down. Damn. I got bad memory, so you asking the wrong goddamn dude. I gotta look at
who is an underrated queen? I'm trying to think. Who the hell songs that we listen to all the time that no one talks about anymore? 90s. Let me see.
Yeah, you got to look it up real quick. It might be like just put like a do a search real quick. Cause
artists of the 90s. All right, they put up everybody. Hold up. They put like Bjork, Toni Braxton. She's not underrated.
She's not underrated. She had hits and she had like a lot of great producers behind her and stuff like that. Come on, man.
Aaliyah, Erykah Badu, they're all known. SWV, you could call underrated maybe as a group. Here's one. You might kill me. I might dare say Brandy.
Brandy? You think she was underrated?
I would say in terms of how people look at her now, Brandy was controlling a lot. She was holding it down. I mean, and no one brings her up as one of these top female artists.
I see. Okay. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
A dark skin girl. Even though I didn't like her looks back then, I think she looks bad now. I like how she looks now.
She looks really good. Brandy
looked good. Pregnant. Or before the baby came, she was looking thick. And I was like, "Yo, what the hell is this? This is
Brandy can get it."
Love this Brandy. She looks better now. It's like her features to me kind of like melded better together. I didn't like it when she was young, but I would say Brandy, bro. She had hits. I mean, she was running the game as a dark-skinned teenager, running the game of R&B like that. Her and Monica were supposed to be up, but I think she kind of outshone Monica.
Oh yeah, she did.
I'm just saying, man. But I think artists kind of got
underrated on that one.
But guys, I gotta be out. Unfortunately, I gotta, but I would definitely, Triboro, thanks for having me on, bro. I apologize for having the two shows wedged in between. If there's another time, I could be here for 24/7 talk about this, but I gotta be out. But definitely, I'll be checking you guys. Oh crap, Triboro just left. My bad. I was checking another screen. Triboro just got off. Where the hell is Triboro?
He did this before. I don't know if he went to the bathroom or something. Yeah. I'm like, yo, where he go? We be talking. They be like, where he go?
All right, I'm gonna open up my other thing. I'll stay ahead until Triboro comes in, man. So who is? Let's talk about. Do you think Sade? I guess because you told about Sade, you say that Sade was underrated for the 90s or for the 80s.
Oh, most def. She had to be, man. I mean, think about it. Like I said, like people kind of knew of her, but she wasn't like. No one was like, I'm about to go see Sade in the concert. Like they wasn't going like crazy like that. I mean, she had her fans and stuff like that, but I was like her number one fan. I had the 45 records, dog. I had the 45s, man. Wow. I'm like, dog, I was listening to them records. My mom was like, if you don't go to sleep, I'm like, nah, one more Sade. I kept playing Sade over and over again, man. Your love is king.
Yeah, dog, my mom used to love that. But I think overseas, we don't understand how big she was overseas. Not you, but Americans. Because I knew she was big, like in London. She was big. I think in the US, she was always seen as like a novelty, unfortunately. Like, oh yeah, she's cool. Music lovers love Sade, but when I learned growing up, it was always like, oh, Sade, she's kind of like this, like, if you're into that type of music. She was never considered one of the top female artists. When you talk about all the female artists, like especially, I guess the American ones. But yeah, she was cool. I wasn't the biggest fan at first until, again, I heard MF Doom's Doomsday. I was like, all right. Then I had a great appreciation for it because I heard it in a different light. You know what I mean? Because all of her songs just like these sultry kind of. And I grew up in Brooklyn. You know, I like Mary J. Blige. She was dramatic. You know what I mean? I like they gave me that pain. Sade was just like a different kind of cool, sensual type of, soft voice. And, blah, blah. I was like, oh, okay, this is. As a kid, you're like, yeah, this is cool. All right, can I just have some DMX? You know what I mean? And my R&B was like like D'Angelo, Jodeci. You know what I mean? So that was my group. But Triboro, I gotta be out obviously for the game. You went and took a dunk, so you just left us hanging here. I'll be back again. I was volume issues with my laptop. I don't know why. Yeah. We can smell your notes away from all the way from out here. You know what you're doing. I'm joking. Guys. God bless, man. If you can come on later, But I ain't gonna try to come. Peace, bro.
You know that.
All right.
We be over there.
Yeah, for sure. Yo, I want to ask you. All right, I'm gonna go through like a list of like 90s R&B singers, and you tell me if they underrated. All right. Maya.
Underrated.
You think Maya's underrated?
You know what it was? I don't think she got enough exposure. It was something about Maya. I don't know what it was, man. Like no one. I mean, people know about it, but they're not gonna be like quoting back-to-back hits and what's her records and stuff like that. Because I think she was like a shadow to all these other stars that was out. You know what I'm saying? She came out at the wrong time. It was too many powerful female MCs, vocalists.
Singers. Toni Braxton. To me, she's a legend.
Tony. I love Toni Braxton. Yes. I told you I was talking about it the other day with you, and I told her she came out with an album this year, or 2 albums this year. So now I love Toni Braxton. I don't think she was underrated because she had a lot of hot producers, a lot of people that kind of had her back. You know what I mean? So she had a team.
Aaliyah.
I'm gonna say no because R. Kelly, just being around R. Kelly. Not not bullshit, but just being around R. Kelly and him writing the hits and whatever.
Right.
She dwelled off that fame. You know what I'm
saying? Brandy.
We were just talking about Brandy. We think Brandy was underrated because she was young and a lot of people wasn't really peeping for her because she was Brandy's brother. Brandy's sister.
Back. What up, Freezie?
You know what I'm saying?
What's good, bro?
Hey, I had to come back. I had to come back through, man. This conversation is crazy, man.
It is.
Right.
It is.
I'm on fire, boss.
I'm gonna ask you the same thing. Underrated female '90s R&B singer. Like who's your most underrated?
That's a really good. That's tough, man. Because I always think Monica. You know what I'm saying? Because Monica is like. And I know this might be a bad comparison, but I'm gonna say it anyway. But Monica to me has always been like the B+ student. Like she ain't never gonna set the world on fire with a #1 hit, but she gonna always be in the top 7 on the charts every time she puts. Kind of like, and I know that this is a bad comparison, but like kind of like Big Sean. You know what I'm saying? Big Sean. A lot of people don't like Big Sean. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, he always put out like top 20 stuff consistently. You know what I'm saying? Like the heads ain't necessarily gonna like him, but you gotta give him credit for being a B student. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna say Monica on it since you're going there because it's hard to find somebody that's consistent like that was there in the beginning of the 90s and at the end of the 90s.
True. That's true.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I'm gonna say her because she had like 3 joints. That's like hood classics. You know what I'm saying? Like when you hear So Gone, you like, yo, that's like one of them joints. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Kristen said, which 70s or 80s black female do you have a crush on? Mine's in the 70s is Pam Grier, and mine's in the 80s is Janet Jackson.
I agree. Pam Grier, she's still dope. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Ooh.
I'm gonna say from both of those, man. I just personally think Shaka Khan dominated that era from mid 70s through 80s and some 90s too, man. You know what I'm saying? Plus I got a crush on her, so I mean,
crazy.
That might be my main thing.
Crazy funny as shit. Now I love Janet, man. Yo, I was in love with Penny because she was my MILF when she was Penny.
Right.
She was like what? 9, 10, and I was like 5. I was drooling on that screen, man. And when she got burned by that iron, I was ready. I was about to go through that TV, dog.
Right.
What? She was dating Willis. I was telling her she was dating Willis. I was ready. I was looking for him. I was gonna go to Hollywood.
The first time I saw her, she was on Good Times. Right. So when I saw her on Good Times, I was like, hey, that's a little cutie right there. And the whole setting. So Good Times was like, you know, that whole setting, like for a lot of us growing up, you know what I'm saying, apartments and all that stuff, man, the struggle and so on and so forth. And I don't have to get into that, you know what I'm saying? But just to see a little cutie like that, I can identify she about my age too, little
definitely
little sweet little thing. Boy, Hey, so I saw her like in her then. I just knew her as Michael Jackson's sister. I didn't know that she had actually had singing chops. You know what I'm saying? So that's why when I heard Control, it was like, you know what? This right here, this album right here means something to me because it's like what I talked to y'all about when I first heard Illmatic, like the time and the space, everything lined up where I can relate directly with the artist. When Nas Illmatic came out, when Control came out, it was kind of like the same thing. That and the New Edition album that came out like a year after. All of those lined up because I was like that young boy entering into like adulthood. You know what I'm saying? So the lineup was cool. So
definitely.
You know.
Yeah, I said Jody Watley, but I forgot Jody Watley was like 80s. But I think she was always underrated when she went solo.
Yeah, she was underrated.
Yeah.
That's a good
one.
Yo,
did y'all mention Karen White?
No, not Karen White.
Did y'all mention Cheryl Pepsi Riley?
No, I did not forget. I knew Freezie was gonna mention that.
That's why you're here. That's why you're here, baby.
Yeah. Biggest girl one hit wonder. What that mean?
Oh, just saying like a girl we know only one hit.
I put that out there. That's like the female one hit wonders. Like the girl just came out with one song and it was just fire. It just came from out of nowhere and you ain't heard nothing else from her.
Davina. Remember that chick Davina?
Yeah.
She did a song with Raekwon, So Good, I think it was called.
Right. So good.
So Good. I think it was called So Good. It was like 90, I don't know, 96, 97. Something like that.
Oh, that's the one hit wonder era. You remember that joint? Y'all remember that movie Eddie? Remember the movie Eddie about the Knicks or whatever?
Right.
And it's a chick on there. I forget her name, but she had a joint called Say It Again. That joint is fire, bro.
I gotta check that.
What about that girl Tweet? What's her name? Tweet,
yeah.
Yeah.
I remember her.
Yeah. And Nicole Ray.
Nicole Ray. I remember her too.
Nicole Ray.
Yeah. Lil Mocha. Remember Lil Mo?
Little Mo.
Yeah. You think she had one hit? Lil Mo?
No. I'm talking about from that era. I don't think she had one. I think she had like.
Oh.
Yeah, she definitely.
I was gonna say, Lil Mo had a couple joints.
Who should be in Mount Rushmore of West Coast rappers? Ronnie asks. That's a good question.
Rappers?
Yeah,
Gotta throw Ice Cube first.
Yeah.
Ice Cube's on there.
Yeah.
Ice-T's on there.
Yep.
Okay.
Who else gonna say?
See, mine is different because I didn't grow up on gangster rap, so mine is like more underground. So I would include Evidence on there. And,
Evidence is dope. Rastas.
Yeah, Rastas, Del.
Who else? You think Exhibit? What about Exhibit?
Exhibit is underrated. He's underrated to me.
He's underrated. I don't think he put out enough material though. To be on the
he got albums out though. He got like 5-6 albums out.
Does he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got 4 of them.
And then the Mount Rushmore, you only have in 4 spots, right?
Nah, we gotta go more than that, man.
Okay.
Well, how big is the mountain? How big is the mountain? If it's like this, it's like you got 4 or 5 spots.
We starting a new mountain. We doing the Black Mountain. We doing that White Mountain, dog. We doing the Black Mountain, dog. We doing like what? You want to do 5, 10, whatever? I don't care.
5, 10.
Whatever you want to do.
Because it's some you got to put on there. Some you got to put on there because of their relevance to the game. Like you got to put Snoop on there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you got to have
change the game.
And Ice-T. Because without 6 in the morning, you don't even have West Coast rap. Because them dudes was doing techno music, and they can say whatever they want to say. I remember them dudes doing techno with them shiny suits and all that stuff, Jerry curls and all this. Yeah, I remember them dudes. Them dudes were doing that. But you know who else you also got to put on there? And people don't like them. You got to put Too Short on there.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? And I'm not the biggest fan of Too Short lyrically, but his impact on the game. Because without Too Short, there's no Lil Jon. Lil Jon would not have come out because Too Short bought him out of his whack deal. And if it wasn't for Too Short, Lil Jon would have still been in that deal today. So anything crunk in Atlanta and all that, Too Short, y'all owe y'all livelihood to Too Short because he bought Lil Jon. I think it was like $4 million at the time, and dudes back then in the game ain't had no $4 million to just throw at a dude just to let him put out his music. You know what I'm saying?
That's
true. But what about Eazy-E?
Yeah,
there won't be no NWA or Cube without Eazy-E's drug money.
Yeah. After when the first time I heard Boys in the Hood, I was like,
"Quote unquote drug money." I can't.
Yo, y'all remember the first time you heard Boys in the Hood, what was you thinking?
Boys in the Hood. I wasn't really big on them. Like over the years, I became a NWA fan. But I said this story like many. I wasn't allowed to listen to them when I was younger. So my mom forbid me from listening to any NWA. Like my first gangster rap album was Death Certificate by Ice Cube. So you know what I'm saying? Like everything else I could listen to. She said no NWA was, you know what I'm saying? Like you have to go behind the counter. They had their albums sold behind the register at the record stores. Like no kids could buy that. And I wasn't one of them. So I waited till like I was like 13, 14 to listen to like, America's Most Wanted and all that. But you know what I mean? That they definitely are some legends in the game, Eazy-E, like what he's done for the game and bringing out Bone Thugs and people forget Black Eyed Peas was under them too. You know what I'm saying? And he's definitely a legend. So I mean, but I don't know. I wasn't like a big Eazy-E fan. Like he's a legend. But I wasn't like quick to put him in my top 10. But if anybody do, that's great. You know what I'm saying?
Right. It's the same thing for me, kind of, man. I when I heard Eazy-E, I was like and what I didn't realize at the time is writing and lyricism and cadence and tone and all those things have different impacts on people. Like I didn't like Eazy-E and Short at the time because I felt like their cadence was whack, but I didn't know it was cadence at the time. I was used to like the Run DMC cadence. You know what I'm saying? Like my Adidas, funky fresh. You know what I'm saying? So I was used to like the East Coast cadence, and them dudes was rapping all slow. I was like, what is this? You know what I'm saying? But as I got older, you know what I'm saying, I learned to appreciate that everybody, like, people are going to be different and people are going to want to do their things their way. So
that's true.
I love the whole movement of the West Coast. Like I was that dude that was sneaking the music if I couldn't buy it because my mother was like I couldn't listen to it either. But I would our record stores in Beantown and in Boston, man, they would let us buy anything as long as there was a lot of Asian people selling, you know what I'm saying, CDs or whatever it was, tapes. Dude, they just wanted the green. So I was able to grow up with all that, and I was loving every second of it.
Right.
Every second.
Speaking of Beantown, man, shout out to Ed O.G. Like this dude was a lyricist. In times
Still
where we
is.
didn't appreciate the dude could rap his behind off, and I didn't appreciate how good he was until all these other rappers started coming out. Now look back at him, I'm like, yo, cats like Ed O.G., a whole bunch of dudes that, man, they could rap, man.
Master Ace.
Master Ace. Oh,
slept on. One of the dopest MCs ever. Master Ace is insane.
You know who? The OC. Remember OC?
OC.
Yo, this dude
OC. Underrated, definitely.
Album OC.
Yes.
What's that? The Jewels. Come on.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
But New York radio was bashing him, talking about he tried to sound too much like Rakim on his second joint. So that and you know how hip hop heads feel about biting. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Your career's over. Your career's over back in the day. Biting?
Yeah.
I never felt like he sounded like Rakim. I mean, I never got that comparison.
Me neither. But hip hop did it, like you said, and they ruined his career. Because after that, he kept putting out albums, but nobody was like, I even did. I'm like, OC, and kept listening to other people.
Right.
I was hypnotized by the media.
Right.
Right. And another group, something similar like that happened to y'all. Man, MOP got this reputation for being lazy, but all they joints used to be dope. Like the quality of their albums was dope when you listen to the albums. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Like they may not have had like the banger, but I remember like the first time I heard them, they had this joint called Hardcore. How about some hardcore? Yeah, we like.
Oh, come on. Oh, cool.
Yeah. So the first time I heard that, I was like, "Yo, this is dope right here." But it came out. It came out around the time with Snoop, like But I bought the album, and the album was quality. You know what I'm saying? So,
Freezie, you know what held them back? They held themselves back because they were just too street, man. They was just too hood. Dude, I saw them in concert. I even smoked with them when in New York when they used to do those what's those concerts that you do with everybody? The New York joints. Rock the Bell. Was it Rock the Bell?
Yeah.
They was on one of the other smaller stages. So we went over there. I think when Larry Hill was on, she was taking 8 years to come on. So we went over there to go mess with MOP.
Right.
They came down chilling, passing the blunt. You know what I'm saying? My mom was spoken with them. And they was cool peoples, but they was ready to smack. They was ready. They was crazy.
They still like that.
Right.
They was ready to smack you.
Yeah.
Dude, they for real. They for real.
Right.
50 Cent couldn't handle them, dog. 50 Cent signed them and let them go, dude.
Yep.
50 Cent said they too crazy, man. They too crazy. That's what he
couldn't handle Mob Deep Robert, though.
Yeah, they used to. Hey, y'all. I gotta get out of here, man. Get back on this clock, man. But listen, I wanted to say something. Hey, Try, man, you're doing an excellent job with this joint, man. You know what I'm saying? This is super dope. Marquis, man, hey, that knowledge base, dog. Jesus, man. We have like an encyclopedia in front of you, like all this stuff right now.
Dude, I research.
Remember all this stuff.
No, I just love music, and I just like if I don't remember it, I research it for the whole 2 days, 3 days, 4 days. I go and I love it. I listen to like 6 Janet Jackson albums today.
Right.
Just because.
Even the fans in the chat try to throw you off, and you just like get on them like right then. I'm like, dang, this dude must love.
I got my notes, baby. Look at
that. Right. You're still right. That's
so
still right.
Anyway, man, listen, hey man, I appreciate y'all for having me on, man. It's an honor, right? But y'all keep doing what y'all doing. I'm gonna hit y'all up later on, man. Y'all keep doing what y'all doing.
All right, salute.
Thanks,
OG.
All right, boss.
All right.
Freezie the man, dog.
Oh yeah, definitely. That's the OG, man.
Freezie the OG, dog. OG.
If I'm fucking up, you gonna let me know.
Yeah.
I don't like what you're saying. I don't like what you're doing right now, yo.
Yeah. And he gives it up for everybody. You know what I'm saying? That's the people I'm talking about. The people like that, man. You gotta love. You can't hate them. You can't like people like you meet people like Uncle. You can't hate them. If you do, you a sucker.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like that. Plain and simple. Like
we're supporting. This is the movement we got going on. It's supporting all the African American YouTube content creators, whether it's Marquis or Reg or Guillermo, Freezie, the Front Stoop, Jazzology, everybody. That's what it's about because there's not enough of us on here. So
facts or real ones on here. It might be some people that's big. You know what I'm saying? They sometimes they forget where they come from, man.
Oh yeah, me and Reg already experienced that. We know who they are.
I'm just saying. I ain't mentioning no name. I'm just saying.
I'll mention names. I don't care. I'm just saying we've already been there and done that. But I gotta support people that's out here doing it. So
yeah.
That's
what's up, yo, dude. This was dope, man. Everybody came in, Jazz, and then Reg and Freezie, friggin' Nick, friggin' Guillermo. Man, everybody was in here, man. I'm gonna go in there. I'm gonna keep having
people on. Like I told you, like Madam Money gonna be on next week. I'm gonna have her on here. But they probably don't know about her yet. They're gonna.
Oh, they gonna know about it. I told you, Try. I said, listen, because I be tuned in too, and I'm like, yo, you gotta watch her. You're like, who was that? I said, listen, Adam, I'm telling you, go check her out.
She's savage and she don't care, and I like her already. So
yeah, she's dope.
Definitely gonna have her here. You know what I'm saying? I got some other people that's gonna be on here as well. So you know what I mean?
Yeah, she's the queen, man.
Support each other's shit, man. That's what it gotta be.
That's it. I don't see nothing wrong with that, man.
Yeah.
Genuine love too. Genuine.
Yes, definitely.
And shout out to the chat, man. The chat been Eric, Ronnie, these dudes been
Eric tried to come on here like a couple of times, yo. I'm like, chill, man. You're gonna get your time again. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, you ever have Ronnie on the link?
I said, I had the link on the chat for Jazz because Jazz she's trying to get on, and I seen this dude like trying to get in. I'm like, chill, yo.
Oh, he was trying to get in. Oh, okay.
They want everybody. I'm like, yo, not everybody could join at the same time. I'm like, yo, I got people on here for a reason.
Yeah, it's too many. It'd be too many.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna get your chance to come on and whack in them. Y'all gonna get your chance to come on again.
Yeah, we get everybody in, man. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Spread the love. You know what I'm saying? But I want to get Ron. Have you ever actually seen what Ronnie looked like? You never got him.
Ronnie never really wanted to come on here. Some of them just cool being in the chat, and I respect that. So
okay,
you know, sometimes the camera not for them.
True.
You know, he asked now, what's your favorite Mount Rush? Who would you put on your Mount Rushmore of Dirty South rappers?
Dirty South. Let me think. Nothing about the dirty.
I'm putting Weezy. Weezy got to be on there. Scarface.
Scarface. Scarface. Weezy. Who else is down there?
Would you consider Chicago South? I thought that was Midwest.
That's
Midwest.
That's controversial. That might be, you know what I mean? What
about like got to be on there. Both members.
You said UGK?
Outkast, UGK. Outkast.
UGK?
Yes, UGK. Yes. UGK. Rick Ross to me, I think Ross still putting out heat.
Ross, yeah.
I'm on the fence with T.I. I feel like T.I. only had 6 good albums. I don't think he have anything good right now, but I'm on the fence with T.I.
I like T.I. You know what? I had to grow to like T.I. because I think when he first came out, I was just like, who's this cocky dude, man? Who's this dude? You know what I'm saying? Like this little skinny dude, and he's all like, good. I'm like, you're skinny at. So, but then I started like really listening. I'm like, okay, this dude's not kind of nice. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
You know, 3-6 Mafia, love their stuff.
3-6 Mafia.
I mean, I saw it's a lot. It's a lot of people.
Yeah, like not just Outkast, but the whole organized
Dungeon Family.
Dungeon Family. I'm about to say organized, confused. My bad.
Organized Noise.
Organized Noise. I'm thinking about
Dungeon Family. See, and I was told, Ronnie, that Chicago was the South. So I'm like, well, I thought it was the Midwest. Well, they consider that the South.
Chicago got to be Midwest, man.
Right. I'm like, well, how is that South? I'm like, Kanye West, another Southern artist.
Yeah, because he's from Chicago.
Yeah, I wasn't big on No Limit. Master P is gonna get. I wasn't big on No Limit, but Master P is gonna. You know, a lot of people like Master P, so
you got to put him in there just for cheap.
Right. Just for like what he's done, like selling tapes out of the trunk of his car and becoming definitely
becoming a millionaire. Like, come on, dude. You just do that. I remember the Cribs episode with the chandeliers.
Yes, you remember that shit with the gold ceiling and all that.
Yeah,
an elevator in his crib. Crazy.
I'm like, this dude's the real Scarface. That's what I thought he was. Like, oh shit.
Yeah. Take you to the top of the house. Yeah.
Yep.
That's Scarface.
That movie Scarface when the chick came down in the elevator.
Right.
Yeah, I was like, oh, I already know he's about to die because he's gonna mess with him. That dude is
you said Gina tried to kill him and shit because he killed Manolo.
Yep. And he was, he messed with his sister behind his back, man.
Right. Yeah,
you can't do that, man.
I'm like, yo, if that's your day one, and you know, well, I don't know, maybe Scarface Tony felt like he wasn't gonna treat his sister good, but if you know your day one and you know how he is, I'm like, who better than to be with your sister but your day one? You want some stranger?
He's a good dude, but you know what it was? I think it was just all that, he's sniffing coke. He's,
right. Yeah, he was coked up too. And then when he realized he dead, it was too late because he was already coked up.
Yep.
He know he fucked up doing that.
He was
talking about a whole different conversation now with Scarface.
I know. Yes, we got it.
Oh man.
Chat does, man. The chat. We talk about Jesus and like trap music.
That's still my favorite Al Pacino film all time. So I love that film.
Oh no, what's the other one? You know what I like too? What's the one he played the devil?
Oh, Devil's Advocate. That was good.
Devil's Advocate.
Yes, that was a good one.
Oh man,
that's underrated to me. I think that's underrated.
Ooh, Devil's Advocate.
Yeah,
I love that joint.
That was a good film.
That was a good film. He's one of my favorite actors. It's Denzel, Al Pacino. You know what I'm saying? People like that. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, definitely. Who should be in Mount Rushmore of East Coast? I could do that one. That one's easier, yeah. Because for me, I'm going by my top 5. It's Pac, Biggie, Jay, Nas, and Eminem. But you know what I'm saying? But Eminem, you consider the Midwest. But if I take Eminem out, then I gotta put Sean Price in there or Pun. You know what I'm saying? But
dude, I gotta go Big L.
Mm-hmm.
Not a Big Pun,
right.
Biggie. I'm gonna go Nas, and I'm gonna go. Damn, 5. It's 5. I don't want to. Damn, what I say? Man, I'm going crazy. I'm battling in my head who I want to put on there. Shoot, you know what? Jay-Z.
Yeah.
Hey,
Jay got hits. He got classics, man.
Yeah, he got.
I can't deny. I do feel like his fan base is kind of delusional when it comes to. They act like every album he got is classic, and it ain't.
Nah, you know what it is? His rhyme pattern is just it does improve. It seems like it's improving. It's it's dope. It's like I think when he rhymes and it's just like I read I don't know if you read his book. He had a book out. I think it's Decoded or something like that.
I got Decoded. Yeah, I got that.
And he's breaking down the rhymes and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, shit, I missed that. Mm-hmm. Like I'm like, God damn, they gotta go back and listen to the song. It was stuff like that. You know, I was like, damn.
And he talked about like writing, being in front of the bodega and writing his rhymes on like the brown paper bags and all that. Yeah.
And then just all that stuff was in his head. A lot of that shit was just in his head. Like him and Biggie, you gotta get people like that. If you just come in the studio and go, you're doing this, and then you go, I got it.
Yo, I remember when Biggie was on Rap City. I want to say it was after the episode where he talked about after Pac got killed, and he talked about doing One More Chance with Big Tigger, and he said that he freestyled a One More Chance remix. Like he didn't write it down. He freestyled a whole song.
Biggie didn't use paper. Suppose this is like when they got in it, when they started really doing, you know what I mean? I think Biggie never supposedly used paper. Supposedly, Jay supposedly never used paper. It's just like you got to give those. You just got to get them they got to be on Mount Rushmore.
Yeah.
Dude, they just doing this and they listen to the beat and they go, I got it. What do you got? You got a whole song from listening to the damn beat. Like it's just genius. You know what I'm saying? That's all.
Anybody? Yes, Samuel Jackson is a great actor. I think he did a lot of movies for the paycheck, but he's a great actor.
Oh yeah, Snakes on the
Plane. He got some classics and he got some shit too.
Yeah, he got
in a lot of Netflix films, and I'm like, this shit was a movie.
Yo, Snakes on the Plane was trash.
Yeah, the Plane, I did not like that.
And then but then you got what's the one with John Travolta? Oh shoot, freaking with damn, why can't I'm going crazy?
Pulp Fiction.
One of my favorite movies ever.
Now see, I came in late to the party on that. I saw that maybe 2 years ago, first time ever. I never saw that before. Yes.
Oh.
And you know the thing is, I had a cousin that was visiting from the Caribbean, and he had gave me the poster. I had the poster on my wall, and I never saw the movie ever. And I saw it because Netflix had it. I believe it was like 2 years ago. It was on Netflix, and I saw. I'm like, let me watch this film. I never watched it before. I know all the hype about it. I watched it. It was cool, but like to me, I feel like if I had watched it when it came out,
it was overhyped by you.
I would have appreciated it more. I just feel like it was an okay movie. I don't feel like it was some classic film. But again, if I had watched it back then, I probably would feel differently about it.
Because it was overhyped. Like anybody could like. I'm trying to think of a movie somebody hyped me up for. Then I finally watched it and was like, all right, it's okay.
Right.
That's the case because
again, I watched Forrest Gump for the first time, same time as Pulp Fiction. Forrest Gump I actually like, but see, I'm not a big Tom Hanks fan, but I respect his craft because he is one of the best actors to me.
Yeah.
Let's do like there's a couple movies, Castaway was good and Big. And I liked him in Splash. That was a good film.
Oh, another classic. Oh yeah.
And even the movie we did recently about Scully, the guy that landed the plane on the Hudson River.
Oh, yeah, that one was good too.
Yeah, that was a good one too. That actually, the day that happened, my grandfather had passed away. We had the funeral that same day. When I came back home from the funeral, I saw that breaking news on CNN that the plane had landed in the Hudson River.
Oh man!
Yeah, we had a blizzard that day too. It was a snow blizzard, so I always remember that. But that was a good film. Definitely, Sully was a good film. But yeah, like when I saw Forrest Gump, I heard the same thing, all the hype about it. I'm like, yo, let me look at this picture. And I liked it. I thought it was a good film.
Nah, like you said, he's a good actor. But like you said, like he probably, if you had to compare him to like Denzel, you're gonna be like, nah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He can't do a verse with Denzel. He can't do a verse. You know what I mean? He can't do an acting verse. You know what I'm saying? If they did acting verses, you had to put Denzel against Pacino. You have to.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep, that'd be a good one.
The Arrows, you know what I'm saying? You have to. Those are the big, big movies.
Favorite movie from Samuel L. Jackson. That's a good one.
Dude, I gotta go Pulp Fiction. I gotta go Pulp Fiction.
Pulp Fiction?
Yeah, for Samuel Jackson. He got a lot of good joints though. I'm just trying to remember. He got 8,000.
I would have to look.
You gotta look him up.
The ones I know off top is not classic to me, so I gotta have to look at his old movies.
You gotta, because I ain't gonna. Oh, Django.
Django was good, but I don't think that's one of his best though.
I don't think it was there. It was good though. Yeah. It was good. Django was good.
And he's done a lot of
He wasn't a star. He wasn't a star in Django. He was like that.
Right. He wasn't a star.
Yeah, he was like
he did like a lot of co-starring and a lot of cameos in pictures.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to think. I want him to be
y'all remember him in Jungle Fever, but he wasn't the main star. He played a crackhead in Jungle Fever, but he wasn't the main star. Yes, with Halle Berry, right? But he wasn't the main star in Jungle Fever. You know what I'm saying?
No.
So it's like So it's like I gotta look up like the main joints he was in.
Because he would like you said, he would steal the show. Like you said, you remember in Jungle Fever because he was stealing the show as a crackhead.
As a crackhead, right?
Steal a show as a crackhead, dude.
Right.
That's a good crackhead. You know what I'm saying? Come on, dog.
Yeah, for real.
You know what I'm saying? And then like Django, he stole the role by being a coon.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like.
So when his movies come up, the first one that come up is Pulp Fiction. So Pulp Fiction probably would be like his best.
That was dude.
Unbreakable. Unbreakable was a good one. Unbreakable.
Yeah.
Unbreakable was good. Jackie Brown. Good. But he's like still to me, Pam Grier was a star there for me.
Unbreakable. Damn, why can't I think who's the other star on Unbreakable? What's the Bruce Willis. I don't know why he slipped my head. I'm sorry, Bruce. Sorry, Bruce.
The Night Shyamalan trilogy.
Yeah, that was dope. That was a dope. With the I See Ghosts. Yeah, that was dope. That was dope. I like
Coach Carter. Coach Carter was a good one too. Coach Carter.
Coach.
That was 2005. Yeah, he played like a coach. I liked him in talk about co-starring. I think him playing a co-star in Die Hard Part 3 with Bruce Willis is great. That was a great movie.
Oh, yeah.
To me, that's like one of my favorites. I don't know, like a lot of people say the first two were like their best, but Die Hard 3 with Bruce Willis and Samuel Jackson in Harlem, that was a great film. And in New York City, summer '95, great film.
Yo, dude, he steals the show. That's why people remember his movies by him like just stealing roles. Like that's why he makes him a good actor. That's why like I used to always like, dog, stop chasing that corny money, dude. Like when he doing snakes on the plane or weird stuff. I'm like, dude, come on, man. Exactly. But I don't know. Maybe he's going for the record. I don't know. He doesn't have the record for the most movies.
Does he? The most movies?
Accent, I don't know. Does he?
He did a lot of trash, man.
But still, he's in the movie, so you got to credit that movie.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? How many movies did this dude do?
He did a lot, man. Changing Lanes. I think I went to see Changing Lanes. That was 2002. Him and Ben Affleck.
I didn't see that one.
I saw that one.
It was good.
It was good. I feel like Ben was still carried that movie though.
Yeah.
Eve's Bayou, that was 97. I don't even remember
that was a good one.
I saw that on DVD. SWAT. They did a movie for SWAT though, based off the TV show.
This dude said Soul Man. Soul Man? Soul Man. I remember that when
I saw that too, but I don't. Nah, man. Your favorite? I don't. Not my favorite, but I mean, salute to you.
Oh my God! Wow. Did he just miss? Oh my God! Soul Man.
He did a lot of the Great White Hype. Remember that joint? 96.
That was he had a lot of stank jokes. He stuck up a couple times, man.
I didn't like that. They tried to do like some what's the movie? Sin City type of thing with that.
Yo, I love Sin City.
Sin City was good. The first one. The second one was shorter. The first one was great. The second one was shorter, and it was like a new cast mostly with the second one.
Yeah, but it's still cinematically dope. Just the way they did it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I like that shit.
Yeah, Sin City's a classic. I remember I went opening night and I sat on the floor. Mind you, I never sat on the floor for no movie ever. It was standing room only. I sat on the floor to watch that film. You know what I'm saying? Yes. I sat on the floor. Never ever in life did I ever sat on the floor for a movie. I felt like a slave, yo.
Yeah, you ought to see that joint, dog.
I felt like a slave, like I couldn't get no seat. You know what I'm saying? I sat on the floor to watch Sin City. That's a 3-hour movie.
I know.
Yes, because I was like, yo, I'm not leaving because I want to see this movie that bad.
That was a good Bruce Willis movie. Good Bruce Willis movie.
Crazy.
You said Denzel Washington. Denzel Washington got to be my favorite Denzel Washington movie is Malcolm X.
Malcolm X. I love he got game.
He should have won for that.
Yes.
Malcolm X was insane. Nobody could have played that role better. Nobody. No, I don't care what nobody.
And I met Spike Lee that same summer 92. He was signing autographs for Macy's. Yeah, I got the autograph. I still got it. Yep. And cool dude. Like he shook my hand, very quiet, very humble.
Yeah.
Spike Lee is a man.
Yeah, he seemed like the type. He seemed cool.
Yeah, he's cool. He was cool, man. You know.
What's your favorite Denzel movie?
Malcolm X. He Got Game. I love He Got Game.
That game was dope. That game was dope.
Damn, this he got a lot.
There's a lot. I think when he played
Training Day, definitely
good. Then we played that gangster, the black. What's the the gangster that Jay-Z did the soundtrack for.
American Gangster. Yeah.
American Gangster.
That was good.
Man. Yeah, Denzel got thoughts. It's got to become a Denzel podcast, dog. Like, he's dope. That's it. But Malcolm X was insane.
Definitely. Jackie Brown soundtrack, that was dope.
Insane, man.
Method Man. I remember the movie. I don't remember the soundtrack though for that Great White Hype.
Yo, speaking about the man, he's a great actor, man.
Yes, definitely. You watching Power 2?
Not yet. Don't say nothing.
All right. I'm not gonna I will not blow for you. But I'm gonna tell you this. It's basically like a young Ghost being in college. It's like Ghost meet the college life. So you're gonna get all the collegiate women in that and the drugs and the partying, and then you gotta, Tariq is dealing with the after events of what after Ghost
Mark locked up, his father dies, right? Yeah, his father. Oh, we don't. That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? It's like
I don't know. I'm just saying there's a question mark because the creator of the show is saying like we don't know. She might come back. Who's in that coffin? We don't know.
That's why I gotta get it.
And it's like him, trying to get Tasha out of prison. He gotta, make the money on the streets. So that's basically what it is. I love it. I think it's a dope show so far. Mary J. Blige, she playing this ruthless, queen pin of the Tejada family, but she's not really calling the shots. It's like her man is calling the shots behind bars. But there's like friction with she and the man and her man because her daughter Diana, she wants Diana to be in the drug game. Diana wants to go to college. The father wants Diana to go to college, but that's when they start butting heads. But it's gonna be interesting to see now. Now I heard yesterday, because of COVID, they still filming the season. They didn't finish. So Sunday is going to be the season finale for the first half of the season.
Okay.
And then they have like 5 more episodes to film. They're gonna film those, and then they'll bring it out by February of next year.
Okay, yeah, they gotta break it up, man. Yeah. It's cool. 2020, man.
Mm-hmm.
God damn, y'all, 2020 suck, man.
Crazy. You know how many shows that I watched that is incomplete? Like The Flash, the season was incomplete on that, and Riverdale, the season is incomplete, and there's a whole bunch of shows they never got to the season finale. Chicago Fire, all those shows. So, I don't know what they're gonna do.
I know a lot of people are like, "Yo, you see this show?" I'm like, "No, I'm not watching TV until it get because I'm be mad."
It's
watch the show. Just stop. Like what? What do you mean just stop? What are you talking about?
It's whack right
now. No way.
I might do everything. I told you you could come on in November because October I'm doing all Halloween stuff on here. So I'm not doing nothing else but horror related content on this channel in October.
Oh, that's
including album reviews. It's gonna be horror related, but it'll be mostly like movie horror, like best horror movie stuff like that. But November, you could come on and we do like the wrestling stuff again. I want to do another one of those anyway. So you know what I'm saying. Somebody asked me about the wrestling figures, so I'll show that.
I'll jump in for the October joint, man. I love movies.
Definitely.
I love the classic joints.
Yeah, for sure.
Come on, man. I could talk about those all day, man.
I did a couple horror movie reviews last year on the channel. I'm like, I got to do another one this year. It's gonna be like even longer. So I got a couple that I want to do. What are your favorite black exploitation films, Eric asked?
Probably like Jackie Brown. The old is not the new one, but there was there's another Jackie Brown before that, and it was like all them like Shaft. Shaft was classic.
Blackula. I love Blackula. Blackula was one of my favorites.
What's the one that Eddie Murphy remixed just recently? Dolomite.
Yeah, Dolomite was dope.
Even though it was so corny, it was dope. It was dope.
Yeah,
it was funny. It was action and all that in it. You know what I'm saying?
Coffee Brown.
Coffee
Brown. Coffee. Yeah, those are dope.
Coffee.
There's a lot, man. There's a lot.
Man. I can't.
Superfly, the original one.
Superfly.
That was good. Classic soundtrack. That was
probably the number one.
Yeah. That's my favorite Curtis Mayfield album is the Superfly soundtrack.
Yeah, that was a great album. Great soundtrack.
Definitely. So many people sample that soundtrack alone, you know.
True.
There's a lot, man. Cooley High, love Cooley High.
Cooley High was
the Wash. That was the OG Wash. That was a good one.
The OG one. I was saying one of them. Don't say the Snoop.
Yeah, not the Wash. Car Wash.
Say what?
There's so many, man.
Yeah.
Definitely.
They got some good questions in there.
Yeah, he mentioned Shaft. Shaft is actually on Netflix. Well, it was on Netflix. I don't know if it still is. It was on Netflix. Yeah, it was on Netflix a month ago.
Oh, I might have to check it.
Yeah, definitely a classic joint. Who should be on the Mount Rushmore of male R&B singers? Ronnie asks.
Man.
Male, I got R. Kelly, Usher.
Yeah, me going crazy now.
Male R&B. That's a good one, man. That's a good one. I got R. Kelly, Usher. I got Marvin Gaye.
Yeah.
Damn, so many, yo.
It's a lot, man.
Luther Vandross was great. Smokey.
Gerald Levert. Yeah, you got like.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's a lot, man. Anthony Hamilton is dope. He's a dope singer.
He's underrated, yes, definitely.
Underrated, but he's dope.
Snowfall is coming back next year because they also got affected by the whole pandemic. They're coming back next year with season 4.
Great show.
I'm on season 2, but I gotta watch season 3. But season 4 will be next year.
Yeah, I didn't watch season 3 yet. I watched season 1 and 2 too, and then I started watching other stuff, and I was like, I'm gonna save season 3. You know what I'm saying? Like a Sunday, you know what I mean? Or something, you know what I mean? Like a rainy day or something. I was like, wanted to watch the whole thing or something.
Yeah.
Because it's that good to just binge.
I like a lot of the 90s singers, like getting back to the 90s, like people like Maxwell, D'Angelo, John, Joe. Like I love those singers. I would put those singers on Mount Rushmore.
Brian McKnight, underrated. Another one that retired recently. Oh, he did?
Yeah, he retired. He's done.
I wonder if he's still right. He probably right for people though.
Yeah. Supposedly, when these people say they retire, I don't really believe them when they say that. But
they writing stuff, or maybe they got like a group out or something. You know what I mean? They doing something. Man, they doing something. You know what I mean, they trying to get on the charts, check somehow. Goddamn it.
Stevie definitely is great.
Stevie was.
Yeah.
Stevie dope.
Mm-hmm.
Man, this. Damn, you got me going. Oh, but then, we were just talking about him. Not Stevie, but man, who we just saying? Talking about Reggie was talking about battling.
Oh, Smokey
Robinson.
Yeah.
Smokey Robinson's on there.
Uh-huh.
Man, so yeah, there's a lot, man. We have to break that down by decade. That's another 20 shows right there, dog. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely, yeah.
Dog, we could be talking for days about this stuff. I love the questions. I love the people. Yo, I love this stuff, man. Yo. I'm telling you. The content just creates other shows as we talk.
They do. I really think, I'm like, oh shit, this is a good idea. I got to do this. You know what I'm saying? And,
yo, I'm glad you did it, man. Yo, Swizz Beats was so disrespectful. I hope he watched at least 5 minutes of this. So he saw us talk trash to him or whatever. He better put respect on Janet Jackson's name, and that's it. And plain and simple. That's just, come on, man.
Sure.
That's it. Especially him. How was Swizz Beats?
Hell yeah.
He's like 40?
Yeah, I'm thinking about that.
Then he really got.
He's been in the building for a long time, so it's like he should have already know Janet.
Yeah, this dude's corny. It's like Freezie kept saying. Freezie kept saying he's crazy.
Right.
He's crazy. Like, yo, he is. There's no other word. There's no other word.
No, crazy. That makes sense. Yeah, James Brown definitely.
Oh, James Brown it's too, dude.
It's too many.
I have to do my homework. That's why I said, like, that's why they were
not fitting on that mountain, yo. People can be left off, you know. And then when you leave people off, they like, well, why you mention this person? You know what I'm saying? There's too many.
The Barge was dope.
That Barge, I like the Barge, yes.
Oh, the Barge was dope.
Barge, underrated singer. That's an underrated singer, to me. Definitely.
Yeah, we have to break it down. Listen, we got to break it down. We might have to break it down every 5 years or something. You know, it's just too many out there. You know, maybe we do decades or something.
Female rappers, Mount Rushmore female rappers.
Ooh.
I feel like I'm going by my top 5. Latifah, Light, Foxy, Lil' Kim. I got Lauren in there, even though she got one album, but she left a major impact still.
I you know what's funny? I got it. Like,
people got to be in there as a group too, because they're like the only female group that really did it. So
I pretty much got the same list. I mean, I got MC Light. I loved MC Light. Actually, you know what? I got Rod Digger in there.
Rod Digger, okay.
I got MC Light, Rod Digger. I got of course, the Queen. Salt and Pepper, that's a group, like you said, because they did a lot for the culture. And Lil' Kim. I like Foxy too, but I would have to put Lil' Kim on at 5 or whatever. Right. Because I think Lil' Kim got at least two classic albums. Like, and she was big on. She influenced a lot of people. Yeah. That's still out right now. Let's put it out. Let's put it away.
Definitely. You
know what I'm saying? Because I don't know who's watching, but you know who you influenced, dog. You know, corny dog. Nicki Minaj, corny dog. She stole her whole style. Know why? Baby paid Lil' Kim to come over there and basically develop her. She developed everything. She made it. She had the photo. She did every dog. Developed her. This is facts.
Mm-hmm.
She goes back. They got records together, dude.
Yeah.
But Baby won't put them out because Nicki blew up, and then they was like, Lil' Kim, who? No, she never came. I know who you talking about.
And wasn't that part of the beef with him and Weezy, that if Weezy leave, Cash Money, Baby have to keep Nicki and Drake, or something like that?
It was it's something. It's gonna come out. It's gonna be a book or one of them documentary movies. Right. You're gonna get all that juice.
Underrated.
For days with Baby, dog.
Underrated Intercontinental Championship matches you ever watched. That is a good one.
That's you all day, dog. I'm gonna forget all that stuff. From back in the day, I forget. What is that? What's the Intercontinental Champ? That means when they mix WCW.
You talking about WWE matches?
Okay.
You talking about
Give me one. I'm gonna say probably.
Underrated.
Was there some underrated? I mean, there was some good matches, but I underrated. What if? Let me say one. If I don't know. Like you know more wrestling than I do. Like when a lot of tag team ones probably were underrated. Like the Probably like there was a lot of tag team that people.
The thing is, like, I don't like that belt now. Is not. It doesn't hold no weight now like it used to. You know what I'm saying? Like that was a major title back then. Like back then, when you won the IC title, you was already on your way to getting the world championship. Now it's like an afterthought now. Like they changed the design of the belt and everything. It's like an afterthought now. But back in like the 80s and 90s, that even in like the 2000s, when you had the IC belt, that was like a major championship. But I'm trying to think of like an underrated like IC match.
Yeah, that's on you, man.
They're more like classic ones to me that I've seen, but underrated. That's probably some shit off of SmackDown or something I would have to say. But I can't think of like an underrated match where I'd be like, yo, like that should have been bigger.
They still asking about Rick James, man. Man, favorite song? Shoot, I can give you my favorite quote. I'm Rick James. No, let me stop. Rick James is a legend, man. Like his songs would be Lord, man. I have to like look in the bag. I don't even want to say the ones that everybody would say. I liked a lot of Rick James albums, period, and just like cuts that you probably won't even know about. You know what I'm saying? But I
want to say underrated.
Come on, man. Like
off top, like the Macho Man versus Ricky the Dragon Steamboat at WrestleMania 3.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't like. I don't know. I felt like that match could have been bigger. Like that was a nice feud between Macho Man and Ricky, but I felt like that the match wasn't the way that Ricky won the match. I was expecting something else because if I remember, like he beat Macho Man in like one of those like it wasn't his finisher, but it was like one of those like grappling moves, and I didn't like the way the outcome of it. But that was a I would say underrated. You know what I'm saying? But I just like
that match because I'm a huge Macho Man fan. I like the Steamboat, but I was mad that Steamboat won though. Like I thought Macho Man. Like, if you got a favorite wrestler, you should win every match, right? So
right.
I mean, that's
like I think a real champion is like when you win and then you lose it, and then how you come back from that. Because then Hogan, he did that a lot. There's times when he lost the championship, and I was like heartbroken as a little kid. I'm like, yo, what? My world is crumbling. You know what I'm saying? My favorite wrestler lost the championship, and then when he comes back and he wins it multiple times. So it's like that happens all the time. With Triple H, how many times he lost it and got it back? Like 17, 18 times. Ric Flair, he's another one. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about how they come back from that. You know what I'm saying? So
I'll tell Ronnie one thing. Instead of favorite song, I think Street Songs album by Rick James is probably
that's a classic album. Definitely.
I had a lot of classics on there. So I would say that album. Just to answer the question. I don't want to leave him hanging. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean? It's all about now. It's like the storylines in wrestling. They play too much. It's a major factor in what they and the outcome of things. I don't like the whole storyline with the matches, but back then it meant something when your favorite wrestler lost the title and then how he came back from that. So,
do you still go watch like before the epidemic? Of course. Do you still go watch wrestling matches?
Yes, I was still going to the shows.
Oh, okay, yeah. Because when I was telling you about my boy, he's in love with it too, and I was like, I kept telling him, it changed for me, so that's why I don't really like rock with it like that. But I go with him, and he just got it, and he's just sitting by me, and I go, "Who's this?" I'm like the dude in the movie theater that you pissed off at because I'm talking through the whole thing. But it's a lot of everybody's mad at me. Wow.
It's a different experience when you're actually there compared to like when you hear the commentating. Because when you there, you don't hear the commentating. Like you hear it on the big screen, on the Tigertron, but when you're at home, you're hearing everything, but you don't hear that when you're actually at the event. So it's like a different experience than with the fans. The fans are crazy. They're like drunk and they're shouting all kinds of stuff at the wrestlers and everything. And it's just a different feeling. So it's like you gotta definitely be there. That's with anything, like even like an NFL game or NBA game, it's a different experience when you're actually there compared to watching on TV.
Yeah, you're right. You're right about that. Everything's different live, you know what I'm saying? Everything's better live. Everything's better live.
Like going to see your favorite artist in concert is totally different than seeing them on TV.
Of course.
Like a surreal experience. Like going to see when I went to see like Boyz II Men and TLC and all of them, like it was a surreal moment. Like actually being there and watching them on stage. So
yeah. That's for anything, man. It gotta be anything, man. Everything live is better, man. Come on, man.
Definitely.
And you can almost touch them. You can see it. Some sweat might come on you. You know what I mean? Like it's a real experience. Exactly. You got people, like you said, drunk people, you know, tripping and fall, like all type of stuff. It's just a fun experience.
You know, then they'll put like the cameras on you and everything. So
yep.
You know, you got to see how they set up and everything. So yeah.
Hell yeah. All day.
I'm going with Chris Benoit and Jericho back. Oh yeah, that was a good one. Benoit and Jericho. I don't even remember like some of those pay-per-views though. I used to watch them all the time, but like unless I remember the outcome, I don't really remember the pay-per-views like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I saw all of those joints, you know what I'm saying? So that's when they were still good. Like they're still doing great pay-per-views, not like how it is now.
Who introduced you to wrestling on Tri? Like was it like your father, your uncle, or somebody
my grandmother actually on my mother's side. My grandmother, when I was like 4 or 5 years old, my grandmother she used to laugh at the matches. Like when she was watching it, she thought it was funny. So like the different moves that they do and they fall down and all, she thought that was funny. So she used to laugh with that. And I started watching it, and then like I want to say 84, 85 when Hogan won his first title against the Iron Sheik at the Garden. That's when that was like my introduction to wrestling. So that just took over.
I remember that one.
And it just.
I want to stop watching wrestling. I won't say stop, because once in a while I will watch wrestling. Like, you know what I'm saying? Even to this day, I still, if it's on, I watch it. But I'm not like all into it, know everybody. Right. But I probably watch it for the ladies now. It's like a lot of ladies now. But
to their credit, the divas are more athletic now than they ever been. I feel like back when Trish Stratus was there and Stacy Keibler, it was more about the looks than the actual talent in the ring. But they have talent now that they should have had back in the Attitude Era, to me.
You ever watch the show Glow?
I watched Glow. I remember Glow when I was little. Yeah.
But I'm saying they got an actual show now.
Yeah, about I haven't seen it though. I heard about it though.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
I gotta check that out. You know what I'm saying? So Hogan is what was like my introduction, and then everybody else, you know, Heart Foundation and Macho Man and Ricky the Dragon and everybody, Ric Flair. So I've been watching wrestling since then.
Animals rip the goddamn, eat the goddamn buckle. What's the thing on the side? They used to eat animals. There's to eat the what's the foam stuff?
The turnbuckle, yeah.
Turnbuckle. Let's do it. Junkyard Dog, like
Junkyard Dog, yeah. Coco Beware with the parrot, the macaw he had on his shoulder and shit.
Oh man, it was just like a dream for a kid, man. I'm glad I grew up in my era, because it's like I experienced everything that people are talking about now. Everything. You know what I'm saying? Before that, it probably just more racism. But now it's like we had great entertainment that kind of like distracted us from the racism or whatever was going on.
Yeah. That's probably them. I think that's what it was for me. Like I was as a kid, I was just like into my world. Like I was into wrestling and
cartoons
and sports. So I wasn't hanging on the streets. I wasn't into gangs and all that. And you know, the outside, the shit that was going on outside world, like I was aware of it, but I was into my own little bubble. So it was like, that's why, like, when people be like, yo, how you remember this shit? Because I was into my own little bubble at that time. I wasn't into all the other stuff.
See, that's what happened to me. When I started liking girls, it was over.
Right.
I'm like, cartoon, what's that? You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at, you know, chicks and whatever. And then, you know, then my video games, I gave those away. Like, it was like, women, what? You know what I'm saying? It was a wrap. And then I was outside.
Even when the women came along, I was still me. Like, that wasn't even changing. So it was like, either you like me or you don't. You know what I mean? So.
Oh yeah, I never changed, but I just like being outside, because I just like, dude, I was an outside dude, man. You know what I'm saying? And I had a lot of cousins growing up. So they kicked us out the house anyway. We had to be out the house. We couldn't stay in the house, like 40 cousins hanging around. You know what I mean? Like, so we was always outside, jumping on, you know, trampolines, messing with the girls, playing jump rope, double dutch and stuff. I mean, we did all that.
I grew up with cousins, but it was like me being the only child. Like my mom kept me off the streets and she made sure I was active.
Yeah,
I was playing baseball. I was playing football. I did karate. I did gymnastics. You know, some dancing. I was always active as a kid.
I love gymnastics.
I did gymnastics for 4 years.
Yo, I did hood gymnastics. I used to know how to backflip and jump off stuff.
Yeah, you did that. When you go in, well, at the time, I don't know how they do it now. Like when you go into like gymnastic class, like they teach you how to do handstands and how to do a bridge, how to do cartwheels and all that. I did all that stuff.
Oh, shoot.
Talent shows and all that. Yeah.
So, I learned a lot. I'll be learning from you, man. I learned a lot from you.
I don't tell everybody, but I mean, like, I was. That's why I'm a big sports head. I always watched sports when I was younger. You know, watching a lot of baseball and a lot of football, even wrestling. There was a time when I was like, yo, I want to be a wrestler because I used to like the way that they flipped. You know, watching Flying Brian, watching Rey Mysterio like jump off the top rope. I'm like, yo, I could do that, and that's what got me into gymnastics. But it didn't pan out to be a wrestler. But I thought it was fun, so I'm like, yeah, I gotta do
that. Your mom strict you. Oh, this is like wrestling. You're like, okay.
Yeah. She was always on me. I used to do flips off the bed and. She's like, you gonna break your neck? And I did all that, man. So,
I did it all too. I used to just do. I used to do flips. I used to do splits. I used to always be into karate flicks. I used to go down. There was a theater downtown. I'm telling you, we had to like sit up like this because the rats and mice would be running around in the chairs.
Right.
It'd be like $1 theater. I forget what it was, a quarter, whatever it was. My uncles used to take me in cousins, and we just loved karate with that much. We would come home and be kicking each other, buy karate shoes, some cheap joints that fall apart in 2 seconds. Like, into all that, man. I love my
karate. I think it was the Karate Kid movie. Like watching that is what got me into doing karate. You know what I'm saying? I did that for like a year and a half, like every Saturday afternoon at Brooklyn College. I took like a karate class. So
I
loved it. Huh?
Did you reach a belt? Like, was it just white belt?
I didn't stick to my belt. My belt, you gotta be like 2 years, but I got my black stripe. Because they put you through an actual physical test, like to see how much you know and you remember.
Yeah.
And in my class, we had to do Taekwondo. You know what I'm saying? And they put you up against like the other people in your class to battle. You know what I'm saying? Then at the end of the class, they like your sensei, he like you have to have like a one-on-one test and do all the moves that he taught you how to do from day one. So I did pass. I got my black stripe on your belt, but I didn't stay around for the black belt.
Yo, Ronnie and Eric got some good questions. I like these dudes, man.
Name some wrestlers who could have been any kind of champions. Oh man.
You got Triple H and Ultimate Warrior. Ooh, Ultimate Warrior was one of my favorites too.
That's a good one.
He fought Triple H. When was this?
Who?
You said Triple H and Ultimate Warrior?
Ultimate Warrior? I don't remember that match. That must have been like before Ultimate Warrior went.
Oh no, I'm sorry. He said my favorite rap. I'm sorry. I thought he said first. Okay. Oh, whoa, that's whoa. I'm about to say, when was this? What are you? That's two different eras. Okay, I read it wrong. I'm sorry.
Some wrestlers I could have brought some prestige back to the belt. Damn. I want to say Flying Brian. I don't believe Flying Brian won the IC title when he was in WWE.
Yeah.
No, but unfortunately he's not here. I want to say Flying Brian. There's a lot, man. I mean, like I said, like it was different because like the way that they promoted those wrestlers, like title for title, like when you won, see, like when Shawn Michaels won the IC title, he became a star. You know what I'm saying? Not kicking Marty Jannetty through the glass and all that. When he won the IC title, he became a star. And then you already knew he was on his way at some point to getting the world championship. When Kurt Angle won, I believe he won the European title first, if I'm not mistaken. You knew at some point Angle was gonna be a champion one day. That's how they used to do it. It was like belt by belt. Depending on what belt you won, you knew at some point they was gonna get to the top. They don't do that no more. You know what I'm saying? Now it's all about story and popularity. You know what I mean? And they have to go back to winning.
It's glorified.
Yeah, it got to go back to the belt ranking. You know what I'm saying? Like a wrestler Seth Rollins. He accomplished a lot early with the Shield. know what I'm saying? Then when they broke apart and started doing this solo thing, it's like you knew at some point Seth is gonna be the heavyweight champion. You know what I'm saying? But they gotta go back to that ranking where, you know, if you win like the 24/7 title, at some point you're gonna get a crack at the IC title. Then if you win the IC title, at some point we're gonna give you a title shot for the main championship. I think that's what they need to do now.
Brother team. What's your favorite brother team? You know, they used to have a lot of brothers.
Teams. Right now, I want to say my favorite brother team is the Uso brothers. I love them. Jimmy and Uso. I think they remind me of old school tag teams. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And it helps that they're brothers too. The Hardy Boys definitely.
Hardy Boys is dope.
Great tag team. They had a lot of great matches, especially with the ladder match with the Dudley Boys and Edge and Christian back in 2000.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Who else? The Steiner brothers. Steiner, definitely some legends. There's, you know what I'm saying? Like they definitely were some great brotherly tag teams. You know what I'm saying? I'm probably missing some other tag teams.
What's the brothers that were deep, man? It was like 20 of them or something. That wasn't. It was for the Hot Foundation. It was only 4 of them, right, or 5?
Yeah, but they had other family members that were wrestlers too. Well, I don't think all of them went pro, but they knew how to wrestle though.
Oh, okay. Because
it was Brett and Owen, but then you had like there was other brothers that knew how to wrestle. They had a match. I forgot what Survivor Series it was. It was a Survivor Series where like Brett had his whole team of his brothers with him against. I think Shawn Michaels had a team. I want to say it was out of 93 or 94, and Shawn Michaels' team got wiped out. You know what I'm saying? By all the brothers. Yeah. It wasn't just Brett doing it. Like his other brothers that you didn't hear about wiped out Shawn Michaels' team. But then you had like not the siblings, like the extended family because of marriage. You know, like Jim Neidhart was an extended family member. You know what I'm saying? And Davey Boy married, I think, but one of Brett's sisters. He was an extended family member. So they came into the fold after a while. You know what I'm saying? Davey Boy Smith. This is Davey Boy from British Bulldogs when they were always going at the Hart Foundation.
Oh, snap, the British Bulldogs.
Yeah, you know, later on. So then you had like those. So it's like the Hart family.
The Hardy Boys was.
Yeah, Matt and Jeff, they were great. Yeah, Matt and Jeff definitely. You know, they still do. Jeff Hardy is the IC champion on SmackDown right now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but it's like it's not the same though. You know what I'm saying? Like again, the title is a brand new IC title. It's not like the same one from back in the days. It's a different era of wrestling right now that I don't really care for. But you know, every now and then I check it out. You know.
How many was it? The Von Erichs? How many was them? You remember the Von Erichs?
Yeah, I remember them. I wasn't.
That was back in the day. That was a long.
Yeah, I wasn't like up on them like that. I remember Terry, and I think one of them died, yo. If I'm not mistaken, I think there was another.
Yeah. I think a couple passed. That was like back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It might have been the first like brother group, like gang. I mean, never was wrestlers or something. I don't even know.
Yeah, Triple H and Jeff Hardy. That was a good match. I think that was on SmackDown, if I'm not mistaken. That was a good match. I remember seeing that match.
I had the wrestling rings. I had the because there was 2 wrestling federations, right? There was WWF and it was WCW, right?
Yes.
I remember like I had both the rings. I remember having the men didn't move. They just like this.
They were underground.
WCW underground, like kind of. Yeah. It's more like the underground rapper type of thing. You know what I mean?
Right. Oh yeah, Jericho is a legend, definitely. Like, and he was. I thought he was a legend even in WCW before he came over to WWE. You know, he had a lot of great matches, and he was the first undisputed champion in WWE.
Ronnie's he goes.
Ronnie coming with all
90s Snoop Dogg or 2000 Snoop Dogg.
90s too. Well, I mean,
it got in the 90s because it got him on. That's the 90s.
2000 Snoop. Listen, like I always say, like after Death Row.
That's funny.
Snoop made the best stuff on No Limit. I think those 3 albums on No Limit were great. It's the problem after he left No Limit. His discography started getting shaky. You know what I'm saying? Because
Pharrell?
I'm including for. I'm saying, well, the album for I like Bush, but I mean, I don't think the majority of people could consider Bush a classic album.
Oh no, I don't think like that. I think like, dude, if you think how many Snoop classes you think he got? You think he got more than one classic?
Yes, he has more than one classic. Yeah.
I don't know, man.
He has. See, Doggy Style. See, I compare Doggy Style to Illmatic because people feel like Nas. They always compare Illmatic. They'll always pair Nas with Illmatic, but they don't talk about it was written in another album. Same thing with Doggy Style. Doggy Style is Doggy Style.
I get it.
What's the classic album that people know? Is it? I've heard people say Dogfather was a classic. You know what I'm saying?
I like Dogfather. I was gonna say I was gonna say that. I like Dogfather.
I mean, for me, Last Meal to me is a classic. I enjoyed the other two, Top Dog and The Game Is To Be Sold Not Told. I thought those were great albums too. A lot of people might not feel that way. It gets shaky because like when you got albums like The Blue Carpet Treatment, that was a great album. When you got Rhythm and Gangster, you got Malice in Wonderland. All those albums that he dropped, it hit or miss for a lot of people. So it might be famous for me, but it ain't gonna be famous for everybody.
You're right. You're exactly right. And they are for the whole hip hop community, because it depends on the year he came out. Like some people didn't like his run with Master P. You love his run with Master P. You know what I'm saying? So like it's
90s Snoop is when he made his name, but 2000s he was hit or miss though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even now, it's like, what's the last solid album Snoop dropped?
Solid album? Shoot,
man. I didn't check for that gospel album, and I didn't check for that.
I listened to like 2 cuts, and I was like, I can't listen to this.
Right.
He did a country one too, right? Did he do a country album?
Did that come out already? I know you said he was doing a country album. I don't know
maybe. I'm thinking that. I thought he already came out. I'm sorry. That's why I'm checking for him. He's just doing
it's crazy. Never Left album. I didn't hear that one either. Like it's been a minute. Like I haven't been like to say like I can't wait for a Snoop album to drop. It's been years, yo. Like I want to say since Blue Carpet Treatment. Because even after that, I'm not checking for him. Like that Ego Tripping. I bought that the first day from FYE, bro. That shit is terrible. You know what I'm saying? Because I was that hype. I was like, yo, maybe Snoop gonna drop another solid album, man. I didn't like that album. The documentary, was it documentary? That album, it was hit and miss. It's not a classic album, but like I said, I haven't been hyped for a Snoop Dogg album in years. So
yeah, me either.
Tell you,
maybe like a single or two would be dope, but that's man, not the album.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so I think like he was hit and miss in the 2000s, man.
Ronnie, to answer your question real quick, I like Al Green. Who doesn't? Al Green's he should be on Mount Rushmore too. We forgot Al Green.
Yes, I know. Yes, The Rock was a wrestler before his acting. I know.
Oh, yeah, we know that. I even know that.
We know about this already. Rocky Maivia. That's how he started off.
Yeah, I know about that one.
You know, Harlem Heat. Harlem Heat was a great brotherly tag team. I forgot about them. You know,
there's a lot of tag teams that were just like under the radar and stuff. They was good wrestlers.
Yeah,
but they didn't have maybe the best name or the best, I don't know, managers or whatever, or they didn't want to roll with them.
Some of them went under the radar. There's a lot of tag teams that went under the. Like I mentioned, the Killer Bees. That was one of my favorites because they were athletic, but they lost a lot of matches.
I remember because they was just acrobatic. They were just flipping.
They used to wear the yellow and black Nikes and all that. Yeah, but they lost a lot of matches. It wasn't promoted like the Heart Foundation and Demolition.
And dude, they would spend most of their energy doing flips and going crazy.
Exactly. Then actual
after that. No energy, dog.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? They got wiped out by a lot of like matches. You would think like they would be in the match. They got wiped out. You know?
They'll always be like the first ones. If it was like a what's it called, the Royal Rumble or whatever, they'd be the first ones out because they be flipping around. They just flip them out the ring. Out of here.
Sometimes they come in with like a mask on. You don't know who is who. You know what I'm saying? So I like those old TNA matches, like the Ultimate X matches, straight fire. Where TNA was dope. I used to watch some of that.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yo, Ronnie, I gotta ask you Ohio players. What's Ohio players? Is that a rest? What's that?
No, he's asking, do you like the Ohio players? That's he probably made a mistake.
You got
the Ohio players, the soul group.
Oh shoot. Okay, I'm like, woo. I'm like, I ain't gonna lie. I'm out of track on that one. He got me on that one. He got me on that one.
Word.
What was their hits? Give me some of their hits, man. Cause maybe I know them and not, and I'm blanking. I'm drawing a blank.
I wasn't big on the higher plays, but
that's what I'm saying. I'm like, what? He got me on that one big time. You know, I probably know some of their tracks. Matter of fact,
they got Fire. You know Fire?
Oh yeah, I know these dudes.
Love Roller Coaster.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my bad. You know what it is? Dog. Okay. Yeah, no, I know. You know, this is record player days. My bad. It's like the way you just ask random questions. They dope, but it's like we be talking about something like in the 2000s, then he bring it back to 1970. I'm like, oh, who's that? Who? So,
right.
I get it. Okay, I got it. Yeah, I like them. They were dope. You know what I'm saying? My mom, you know, my mom's, you know what I'm saying, got me into all that music. Dog, listen, I'm telling you, I had my daughter to the Whispers, man.
Yeah.
Facts. People like the Whispers.
Whispers. That's a good brother group. So speaking about the Whispers,
that's my favorite old school group, the Whispers, man.
Yes.
What?
Definitely.
Come on, man. Come on, man. I don't even want. If I start singing, this glass is gonna break. Goddamn it. But they were dope, man.
Okay.
Yeah, I listen to them like to this day. I still listen to the Whispers. I could be listening. I'm like, to put the Whispers on while I'm chilling or something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
favorite Gap Band song.
Yep, Gap Band was dope.
I love Outstanding. I love
Outstanding. Yo, didn't somebody just pass from the Gap Band? Because I was playing all that music.
Nah, that was Cool in the Game.
Oh, Cool in the Game. I'm sorry. Don't let me get. Yeah.
Ronald. Is it Ronald Bell? I think Ronald Bell had passed away.
Ronald Bell. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Brother of other Bell in the group, Robert Bell.
Yeah, Robert Bell or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I'm in there, man. Like, dog, we grew up in this, and even if like we grew up with our mothers and fathers listening to this stuff, and our aunts, uncles, grandfather. So I'm telling you, we are perfect age. We grew up with all that, and then hip hop took over.
And that's how it should be going on now. The parents need to be playing the oldies around their kids now. Like, yeah, if you want to have your kid listen to Migos and Cardi and Megan, that's cool. But play the classics alongside those other artists so that they have that balance.
Listen,
I don't feel like they have that balance now.
My daughter is 21, and all I played was the hits that we're talking about, the Mary, the EPMDs, whatever you want, whatever. Even like the Whispers and Stevie Wonder and playing all that. You know what I'm saying? So she knows that her father is a musical, you know what I'm saying, dude and stuff.
Right.
But when she like now, man, I can't mess with my daughter in music, man. I'll be ready to bring out the belt again, dog. She's like, I forgot who she was talking about, and I was like, who? What? Like I argue with her all day if she because she bring up like some of these new people, and I'm like, yo, you gotta get out my car. I'll be on the highway with her. I'm like, you gotta get out right now, dog.
Open the door for her. Get out.
Yep, put the door. Get out of here, dog. You know what I'm saying? But I can't. Some music be dope, but I can't. Shit. But I'm like, yo, you grew up with me. You know what's good music. What are you? Disappointing me, man.
And me being the only child, it was like I didn't have no other choice. So it's like when my mom put on that record player and Prince come on and Michael and Aretha and Luther and SOS Band, I knew those songs because I was always there. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's like it would be. Can you imagine if I just grew up on Mary J. Blige and Blackstreet, but I don't know who Cameo is, and I don't know who Zap.
Cameo, come on, man.
You know what I mean? So. That's what the parents need to be doing. They need to be playing the oldies around their kids now, no matter what decade or generation it is.
I do, man, and I did. That's why. And I was like, I be looking at my daughter like, yo, what did you have earplugs in when I was listening? You know what I'm saying? Like, but it was just like, come on, son, like, yo, like, yeah. But yeah. I mean, music's dope. Like, so she knows what good music is. And I think she knows the history of it and stuff like that. She just on her own. And I'll be surprised the music she listens to, because some of the music be like, she listens to a lot of like more I don't want to say depressing music. What's that music that be like, oh, I'm gonna kill myself, or and it'd be like some weird chick singing it or something. She listens to a lot of that stuff, man, too.
Billie Eilish.
Yeah, like people like that. I like her too, but it's like I'm not gonna be, jamming to every day and be depressed, dog. I'm trying to like live. You know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah, she listens to a lot of like she listens to good music. She got good choices. But I'd be like, okay, maybe trade off. You ever hit this person? You ever hit this person?
We're gonna wrap this up very soon because it is past 3 hours.
Oh yeah, we got
I'm saying favorite Jodeci song at Ronnie X.
Oh man, maybe Forever My Lady or I don't know, because that's the first one that came to my mind because I like to sing it a lot. So I don't know. See, they got a lot of good ones, man. When they first started, it was hot, man. That first album, I think the second one too, I think. And the albums when they was wearing no clothes, those albums was dope. And then like they started, doing weird stuff and separating and drinking and one dated Mary, and it was crazy. I don't know. So
rest in peace, Road Warrior Animal. He passed away yesterday.
Oh yeah, R.I.P. man. Yeah.
On Laurinaitis. His son used to play for the Rams. He was a linebacker.
Yeah?
Yeah. I don't know what happened to him though.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
His son was playing football in the NFL. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Which just came. When did he come in?
Wacker was here before, and then he left.
It was okay. I'm like, man, he just came out of nowhere.
like playing like the joints around them, so they are familiar with it, and still having that balance of today's music and back in the day. That's how I feel like these kids would know more about a person like Janet Jackson, and they will have to say, oh well, I think Missy would wipe the floor with Janet and the Super, shit like that.
Yeah, you're right. If they knew their history,
right?
And know what's funny though, because like we knew our history, right?
Right.
But it was never jammed down our throats. I don't think my mother was like, you better listen to Stevie Wonder. It wasn't like that. It was just good music was on. And then when I grew up and became my own man,
right,
I went back to that music because it was good music.
Right.
And then sometimes like the rappers use samples. I go, oh, what was that from? And I go, yo, that was from so-and-so. Then I go back and listen to that album.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? With the samples and stuff. So especially James Brown, a lot of rappers, sample James Brown and stuff. So
right. See, but it was like for me, it was like I wasn't touching the record player. I couldn't reach it. So when I was shorty, like 4 or 5 years old, and the records are being played, I'm like, yo, like I knew who those artists was, and then when I would go to the record store with my mom, I'm like,
touch the records anyway, because we was scratching, we get killed.
Right. Crazy. But I would still be able to get the record that I wanted. So when that new Run DMC album come out, I already got it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, I'm adding this to the rotation with Thriller and Purple Rain and Phil Collins and all that. You know what I'm saying? And
another nice singer.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And that time was just a magical time for any music fan. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like I grew up in a great era at that time. And and even when Thriller came out, I didn't know who Michael was before Thriller, but I knew when I saw that Beat It video that he was somebody special. I had never seen nobody dance like him ever, like to do a moonwalk and just the flashiness that he had, the swagger. I'm like, yo, there's nobody out like Michael. And this is back in the 80s.
That's why I like you, because like you said, like it's funny because you said I heard of Michael at Thriller, but guess what?
Right.
You didn't stop there. You went back and listened. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because I didn't know none of the Jackson 5 stuff. And I'm like, at 5 years old, knowing that this dude is different from everybody else that was out at the time, different from Lionel Richie, different from Madonna and Cyndi Lauper, everybody else. I'm like, yo, I gotta go back at some point and listen to "I Want You Back" and all those other hits that. You know what I mean?
First starting off, man, it's just ridiculous, man. It was ridiculous. It's like he couldn't miss back in the day when he first. What? God damn, man, you got R.I.P. Michael, man, for real.
Yeah.
You ever find that doctor? If you live in Boston, it's a rap for that dude, dog. That goddamn dog. And the Prince doctor, whatever happened.
About Get On Up, James Brown story. That was a good movie. I enjoyed it. Rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman.
Yeah, rest in peace, man. Rest in peace, man. Star, man. The king.
Definitely.
I heard he was a good dude too, man.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
but then it's like, okay, when 10 years from now, when we everything is gonna age at some point. So the music that's out in 2020 will be aged by the next 10 years. So when we go into 10 years, if we all still here What are we gonna think about the music that's coming out that was out in 2020? You know what I'm saying?
If it comes to hip hop, I really believe the albums that I've been reviewing that's like that everyone's really talking about will be talked about, and they might not be like, oh yeah, that was a classic, but it's gonna be brought up in conversations like this,
right?
Because most of the artists in 2020 either is in a group or has something to do with someone else's success or something. Right. So they're gonna be like, say I'm just gonna make something. Say Benny the Butcher's he makes 3 classics coming out or something, right? And everybody talks about him 10 years from now, right? You think they're not gonna bring up Conway and West Side Gun, Flea Lord, and all them people? They're gonna bring up all these people,
right?
You know what I'm saying? Then they might go, oh yeah, Flea Lord was dope. He's the only rapper that did an album every month,
right?
Or something like that. Like it's so will their music stand the test of time? We gotta wait, man. But I right now I feel strongly about it. The ones that's hot right now. I mean, I don't know.
We just have to wait and be in the moment and not try to rush history.
Yeah. Of course.
You know what I'm saying?
You can't.
For comic book fans, when Flash went back into the past and tried to change history, what happened with him? We're gonna talk about that on Friday. I'm part of a book club. We're talking about that on Friday. So.
Oh, you know the book club?
Yeah, it's like a another show. Salute to Levels of Geek. They have like a podcast on Fridays called DC Now and Forever, and we're talking about like all DC related stuff. So I actually bought the book. I read the book a couple of days ago, the Flashpoint storyline with the Flash and how he went back in past and tried to not dope. Change but like make everything right again, and it had like side effects. So you know what I'm saying? We just gotta live in the moment and not try to rush the future, not try to rush time. You know what I'm saying?
It's like when you was talking to Jazz and you was telling her how you like buy albums and CDs still, and she was kind of like laughing. But I love reading books. I gotta touch a book, man.
She buys vinyl though. So I'm like, well, that's interesting because she buys vinyl.
Vinyl.
You know what I mean?
Dude, I still read books. I gotta touch the paper, man.
Yeah.
I got to.
That's how I feel. I can't like reading a book on your Kindle is different from actually flipping through the pages. That's just how I feel.
So. This dude said, yo, dog. This dude you end up looking in my window, dog. Redman's one of my top MCs, dog. I love Redman.
Ronnie lives to give us the hardest questions on here. If it's all Red Chanley do the same thing.
I love Redman albums, dog. Songs, come on, man. You bugging out, man. I like it. I like albums of Redman. You gotta ask me what my favorite album. Man, it could change depending on my mood. I love he got a good 3 or 4 classics. Redman, come on, man. Right. Like it's insane. Muddy Waters is dope. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the first one that come to mind.
Yeah.
Like he got songs for day. Redman to this day still one of the top lyricists, man. If you listen to his rhymes, you be like, yo, that dude's still nice.
Yeah.
Still nice.
Yeah. So like like I was saying, like it's like a virtual book club, and like for this month they're talking about the Flashpoint storyline, and then there'll be other books they'll be doing in the future. So I'm like, yo, I actually bought the book, and because I've always been a comic book head, so I read it, I understand the story, and we're gonna talk about it.
Yeah, that's dope, man. I'm gonna have to join the chat.
Yeah, definitely. If you love comics and movies and
Friday all that, time usually.
I think it's Friday at 9 p.m.
I gotta, and it's the what's the name? Movie? What's it called?
It's called DC Now and Forever. It's like a separate channel for nothing.
Oh, it's the same guy, or is the you got a separate channel?
The same dudes on there from Levels of Geek, and they doing DC Now and Forever.
Oh yeah, I probably don't follow them. Yeah, I'm gonna watch this again.
I'll send you the link, so you know what I mean.
Yeah, hit me with the
link. Discuss with them. They're gonna be blown away by how much I know.
Oh man, this gonna be dope. Hit me with the link, I can get in there.
I'm gonna blow people's minds by what I know, man, because it's gonna be shocking.
They're gonna be like, what? What the heck? What? Yeah. They're gonna think you wrote the book. This dude wrote the book. Hold on, let me look at the title.
You know what I mean?
The director, you know what I mean? The editor, whatever. So your name be on it and shit. You know what I'm saying? Yo, man.
Why did they delete the YouTube channel?
What happened?
Like I said, they deleted the channel. I don't know why they did that.
What? The one you just talked about?
Yeah, I guess not to confuse people. Maybe I gotta ask Alex why they
on levels of geek now.
On it though. Last time I checked.
Well, I follow Levels of Geek, so I can probably watch that. But
right,
if they got it just on there,
it's all good. I'm gonna find it. So
yeah, you know the dudes anyway. You can probably text.
Yeah, I just hit them up. They always hit me up. So yeah,
you got it. Yeah, and let me know too, man. So you know what I'm saying? Because I support mess around, jumping in and out, messing around and stuff.
For sure. You know what I mean? It's fun. It's fun actually, like talking about comics. I ain't do that in years, so.
Yeah, me neither. That's why I said I'm lost. I can't go on. I just be in the chat, chilling in the cut.
Movies. I've always discussed movies with friends and all that, but like comics, I don't remember any of my homeboys now that still like read comics. So.
Dude, comics. I used to collect them like crazy. I still got some. They just packed away. I don't even know which ones I got.
Right. Oh yeah, you got to check that out then, guys. You might be having.
Probably got some gems, dude. I never had the nice tight and all that. I got those baseball cards, football cards. You know, I got all that. I used to be a collector, but I just stopped.
Oh, yeah.
Like I said, I tell you, I just I don't know, man. Girls took over, man. It was a wrap, man.
Right. So you never thought about like putting all that stuff on display like at the crib?
No, I'm waiting till I get a Right now I'm still renting, so I'm looking for a home right now.
Okay.
And once I get that, I'm setting up.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And instead of like corny backgrounds like this, is gonna be like real records and real whatever.
You see your interests and stuff. So.
Yeah. You see like figures and stuff, all type of stuff. Yeah, you see the real me. Right. But here, I'm not getting set up here. I'm not doing that, man. Okay. Not right now. Yeah.
Oh, he said he couldn't handle 2 channels. Okay. That's cool.
That makes sense because this stuff is gotta be dedicated, dog. This stuff it takes a lot of hours to prep, to do the video, to edit the video. I don't edit stuff, but I'm eventually gonna start editing stuff when I get all the equipment. You know what I mean? Like it takes a while to do all that stuff.
I told Wacker like a couple weeks ago that we could do like a animated, like best animated films discussion or something like that.
Oh, that's a good one too.
I love Batman, the Batman films. He loves the Batman films too. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, Wacker, if you still down, we could do that too.
What's like when you say that? Do you mean like animated?
I mean like not just Marvel or DC, but like just animated films of like all time, like your favorite animated films growing up.
Like Ninja Scroll?
Huh?
Like Ninja Scroll? You ever hear that movie?
Yeah. Like any animated film.
I used to watch anime like that and stuff. And I used to love that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, anime too. Like it don't have to just be. It can be any animated film. Anime. So
that's dope.
Or Kira, if you like Akira, or Death Note or whatever.
So Wacker the Butcher, man. So he must be. Is he knowledgeable all that stuff? He must be.
Yeah, he knows his stuff. Yeah.
Okay, cool. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. We definitely should. Yeah. We definitely got a plan. I know Wacker's in school, so we definitely got to plan it when he's available. So.
Yeah, work around people's schedule, man. I'm trying to do that too, man.
It's hard to get everybody. I'm surprised Jazz was able to come on because she said she was like busy, so it was good to have everybody on.
That was dope. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate everybody that logged on. I appreciate everybody that showed love, man. People just this is the you're doing something right, man. If you wasn't doing something right, you wouldn't have all this support. See, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
people like, yo, Triboro, dog. That's some Triboro. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm just me.
And you so humble and shit. You so look at this.
I'm just me, man. I'm just chilling, man. I'm just just talking good stuff with people, man. That's all it is.
That's all it is. Good conversation makes good content.
Yeah, for sure. Like I said, like we got Madam Money coming on here next week. I hit her up tonight, but she didn't get back to me, so she's probably busy. But I'm definitely have her on here next week, and she's another dope content creator. Saturday, me and Reg are doing best video games, top 25 video games all time. If you want to, come on, you're welcome.
Wacker, on that one. Yeah.
You know, it's gonna be from any system, any era. You know, I might have a couple of Atari games on there. I might have you know, I'm definitely gonna have some Nintendo games on there. I grew up with Nintendo and some Sega stuff, so you know, if you can make it, welcome to join. You know, we're gonna do that in the afternoon. I'll be like 3, 4 o'clock. We'll do that. You know, like I said, like mixtape Mondays. That's a new series I'm starting. Like once every, maybe not once, maybe twice a month. I'm gonna try to do like Monday. We discuss like our different mixtapes that we love. You know what I'm saying? But we'll have like discussions on like certain mixtapes. Whether it's G Unit or Dipset or Stay Properly, whatever. That Weezy, of course. Fab, definitely Fab,
Banks in them, yeah.
Right, yeah. There's a lot of slept on mixtapes that came out in the last.
Troy Ave had a little run on mixtape.
Yeah, definitely.
Even though like a lot of people ain't rocking with him now, but
I saw there was a mixtape I heard from him where he was like standing in front of a Jeep. I forgot the name of it though.
I gotta research it because I used to be a big fan.
Yeah. So that's a new series I'm starting, Mixtape Mondays. I'm not gonna do it in October. I'm gonna try to do it like Monday, like the first episode Monday, and then I'm gonna wait till November to do the other ones. But October is gonna be all horror content, so stay tuned for that. I already got stuff planned for October. But so if you available Wacko or Marquis for Saturday, just hit me up. Definitely we'll talk about some best video games all the time or whatever. So yeah.
I'm tuned in for like most of the majority of stuff you do, man. I'm tuned in. I'm still doing my videos and stuff. I did a new one tonight. I did Ill Bill and Nims. They came up with an album.
Twins.
Yeah, Gorilla.
Yeah, that's fire. Did you see the visuals for the different tracks they did?
No, what was it like on YouTube?
Yeah, like on I think it's on Ill Bill's channel on them, but they have like well they couldn't go out and actually do the videos because of what's going on now, but they have like some visual like they call it lyric videos, and they have like the visual set up for like different songs on the album.
Oh, I've probably seen like 1 or 2, but I didn't know it was like a whole. Like I didn't know they were like
a lot. I
thought 1 or 2. Yeah. Great album, man. So yeah, I just did that one. It's probably downloaded by now, and I just gotta put the description in or whatever, and link some stuff to it and stuff like that. Because I like to support the artists and try to link Bandcamp or whatever. However they get paid, I try to link their stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. And then I'm just networking, man. Hopefully me and my cousin, I don't know if she's gonna do it. She's trying to do something, but I was telling you on the phone or texting or something. Like if she's not serious, I'm not gonna rock with her. Yeah. But I rock with anybody that's really passionate about what they do, and I'll jump on their podcast or I'll start one myself or whatever, and we gonna have a conversation.
No doubt, for sure. For sure, definitely. Definitely need to go off now. It's like I didn't plan on making these joints like 3 hours, but I know every time we all come around, it's gonna.
There we go. Yeah, and then the comments they was killing us in the comments. We had to answer.
Yeah, definitely.
Shout out to Janet Jackson. We start off with Janet Jackson, the end with Janet Jackson. Shout out with Janet Jackson.
Legend.
And he got to relax. You know who got to relax?
Yes.
Swizz Beats relax.
A legend.
That's right, yeah, that's right, baby. Janet, baby.
A legend.
Legend. Icon.
All her damn albums, yo.
Icon.
All her classics.
Icon, man. Icon. You know what I'm saying? Much respect.
All her classics, man.
Hell yeah.
You gotta put respect on Jenny, you know what I mean? So
come on, dude. You already know that.
I'll link the video to Janet so she can see it, you know what I mean?
Yep. Link it.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Everybody love her. We love her.
Definitely. And you gotta salute these legends now before they pass away. We losing too many of our legends, man. So
give them their flowers now, just like Noriega said. I know he didn't make that term up, but I always think of Noriega about the flower comment. But you know what I'm saying? He kind of made it popular again. But you gotta give everybody their flowers. Like that's why I see people shouting you out. They're giving you your flowers now. You know what I'm saying?
Thanks.
You take them and you know what I'm saying and plant them, dog. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. So definitely, always.
You froze, Try. Oh man, you froze. Oh man, I think he froze. That might be the end right there. All right, shout out to Tri. If this is still recording, shout out to Triboro. Shout out to everybody in the comments. Shout out to New York, Boston, everybody where you're from. Shout out to Real Conversation, Real Love, man, and giving people their flowers when you can smell them. Try, you there? All right, man, I'm out, man. Try, all right, man. I get it with you, man. Hit me up.